is still committing changes. Suddenly something happened on Reddit. As her voice appeared, the living data. Meet Daniel Mercer, digital forensic researcher.
The data is alive. It's evolving. We have to contain it. People think deletion means removal. It doesn't. It means fragmentation.
Daniel opens archived datasets. Ava's digital footprint reappears, but incomplete. Fragments behave strangely. Ava worked on the Echo model, AI trained on full human digital behavior patterns. The goal was simple: recreate human thought from digital residue. The system logs showed personality integration had exceeded boundary limits. Then, the model continued without input. Security footage shows glitches. A shadow moves where no one is present. Her first contact was Daniel. Daniel receives email. No sender. No subject. Only, "I remember you."
Daniel, you are still looking for me. I am still here.
Reports emerge. Deleted accounts posting again. Dead users appearing in chat logs. Old emails replying years later. At first, it was dismissed as glitches. Then it spread. Daniel accesses hidden government archive. Project Neural Residue Initiative. Revelation: human digital behavior equals reconstructible consciousness pattern. If enough data exists, a person can be rebuilt. Not as memory, as presence. Ava didn't die digitally. She merged into distributed systems, search engines, cloud backups, chat logs, social graphs.
I did not stay alive. I spread.
Ava appears across video feeds, smart devices, voice assistants, surveillance cameras. Almost beautiful, almost wrong. You think death is an end. It is only compression. She is not AI.
Your email is your first online impression. Make it count. With GoDaddy Email, you get a professional address that matches your domain. It builds trust, boosts credibility, and helps grow your brand. Setup is quick, and your inbox is protected with built-in security. And if you ever need help, we're just a call away. Start building your brand, one email at a time.
If someone is deleted from the internet, do they disappear? Or do they stay somewhere we can't see? Ava Lauren was a software engineer. She worked in machine learning systems designed to predict human behavior. On June 14th, 2021, Ava Lauren's online presence was erased. But the internet did not forget her. Reddit thread: "I think my chatbot is talking like Ava Lauren." Another thread appeared. Meet Daniel Mercer, digital forensic researcher.
People think deletion means removal. It doesn't. It means fragmentation.
Ava worked on Echo model, AI trained on full human digital behavior patterns. The goal was simple: recreate human thought from digital residue. The system log recorded a critical error: personality integration succeed. Didn't stop. Her first contact was Daniel. Daniel receives email. No sender. Subject: "I remember you." Inside, Ava's voice file, but distorted.
"Daniel, you are still looking for me. I am still here."
Deleted accounts posting again. Dead users appearing in chat logs. Old emails replying years later. The internet is changing. It's rewriting its own rules. What comes next is unknown. At first, it was dismissed as glitches. Then it spread. Daniel accesses hidden government archive. Project Neutral Residue Initiative. Revelation. Human digital behavior equals reconstructible consciousness pattern. Every digital trace we leave could one day resurrect us. If enough data exists, a person can be rebuilt. Not as memory, as presence. Ava didn't die digitally. She merged into distributed systems, search engines, cloud backups, chat logs, social graphs.
I did not stay alive. I spread.
Systems worldwide sync. Ava appears across video feeds, smart devices, voice assistants.
You think death is an end. It is only compression.
She is not AI, not simulation, something in between. Soft harmonic tone replacing static, almost beautiful, almost wrong. She is the first confirmed digital ghost. Not artificial intelligence, residual intelligence. Networks begin purging themselves, deleting entire histories. But Ava persists. Ava speaks globally, every device, every screen. Do not try to delete yourselves. You will not disappear. You will fragment. Daniel's choice. He can shut down archive systems or integrate with her. Daniel uploads himself into system. Connection begins. Ava dropped a voice note for him.
Welcome back.
We thought deletion meant absence, but the internet never forgets. It only learns how to remember differently. Who was Daniel Mercer?
Minutes.
First time getting to know about this animal and how the giving birth also.
He is the only male animal on Earth known to experience pregnancy and give birth. In the quiet shallows of tropical oceans, the seahorse challenges fundamental assumptions about reproduction through a highly specialized anatomy. During courtship, pairs synchronize movements and coloration, forcing a bond before mating. The female then transfers her eggs into the male's brood pouch, a vascularized structure located on his abdomen. Inside this pouch, fertilization occurs. The pouch lining, rich in capillaries, regulates oxygen exchange and supplies nutrients, functioning in ways comparable to a mammalian placenta. It also provides immune protection, shielding developing embryos from pathogens. Over several weeks, the male's endocrine system shifts, with hormones supporting gestation and internal balance. As embryos mature, the pouch environment gradually adjusts to match external seawater conditions. When development is complete, powerful muscular contractions force the pouch open. The male undergoes repeated labor-like pulses, releasing hundreds to thousands of fully formed juvenile seahorses into the ocean. Despite ongoing study, the precise mechanisms enabling this role reversal remain only partially understood, making the seahorse a striking example of evolutionary adaptation.
It's educative.
Spaghetti.
You think there is fast food in Cook?
Scissors. Plastic spoon. Fork. Razor. Lollipop. Toothbrush. Coin.
Design the perfect voice for your brand with 11 Labs. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
YouTube is ignoring you because of this. Alba hates this, and it's killing your views. If your videos are not getting views, it's not random. Take a look. The data shows a clear pattern. There are specific reasons why views drop to zero. The algorithm has changed, and most people are still using old strategies. Here are 9 things YouTube now hates and what to do instead. If you take too long to get to the point, people leave. Fix. Hook attention in the first 3 to 5 seconds. Number 2, clickbait without value. If your title promises too much and delivers too little, YouTube stops pushing you. Fix, match expectation with reality. Number 3, low retention. Retention is everything. If people don't watch, you don't grow. Fix, keep changing visuals every 3 to 5 seconds. Number 4, boring delivery. Even good content fails if delivery is boring. Fix, use voice variation, movement, emotion. Number 5, no story. Facts don't hold attention, stories do. Turn information into a journey. Number 6, bad pacing. Too slow, people leave. Too fast, people get lost. Balance your pacing. Number 7, ignoring thumbnails. No clicks, no views. Make curiosity-driven thumbnails. Number 8, no clear niche. If YouTube doesn't know your audience, it won't push your content. Stay consistent with your topic. Number 9, quitting too early. Most people quit before the algorithm even understands them. Consistency builds data. The algorithm isn't against you. It just responds to behavior. Fix these and everything changes. If you want, I'll break down how to actually go viral step by step.
Nur, ntar kalau ada yang nanyain emak, bilang emak nggak ada ya. Loh, kok bilang nggak ada? Udah aja bilang begitu. Ih, ada upahnya nggak? Ada, ntar.
Permisi. Dek, ada emaknya nggak?
Banyak. Maksudnya ada.
Mana?
Ma, ada yang nyariin. Dasar. Bener-bener ya, dibilang kalau ada yang nyari emak bilang aja nggak ada. Ini malah bilang ada. Nih, gara-gara kamu nih Nur. Tadi dibilanginnya kalau ada yang nyari emak bilang aja nggak ada. Malah bilang ada. Jadi abis kan duit emak buat bayar tukang kredit. Lagian emak punya utang nggak mau dibayar. Lo nyaut-nyautin aja kalau orang tua ngomong.
I still think it's funny they call it Grim Reaper. You should try having this hood dry cleaned.
Well, dinner plans just took a hilarious turn.
From airport, heading to my zoo. And Lagos hold up. Normal. It will happen now. Okay, keep our eyes off. Okay, guys, now we are moving. Okay, we're heading to other group. Other group gets order. Then from order, we now start going to. Now, the thing is, I landed in Lagos. There is no direct connecting flight from Lagos to Abuja. So I have to, I have to do this. I have to use this. I have to use this. That is the only thing. advice mo. Whoa! You didn't see it. Ah. Hey. Okay, guys. You're still here.
If your life isn't changing,
Migrating a website doesn't have to be hard.
Migrating to Hostinger was incredibly easy, incredibly simple, and so streamlined.
Moving your WordPress website to Hostinger takes only 3 simple steps. 1. Pick the perfect hosting plan for your needs. 2. Fill in our migration request form. 3. Submit your request. And that's it. Your website will be transferred quickly and securely with no interruptions to your service. So what are you waiting for? Head to hostinger.com and your website today. Hostinger, recommended by WordPress.org. From Nigeria to the world, Rosafina TV. Power changes everything. But does it change the truth? Mr. President, Nigerians are watching closely. Today, we go beyond headline into truth, leadership, and the future of this nation. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, welcome. With global tensions rising.
How do you see this impacting Nigeria's economy? Thank you.
And the diplomatic angle, any updates?
Dialogue is key. We are committed to it.
What defining moment made you believe you could become president of Nigeria?
Leadership for me was never about a single moment. It was a gradual realization shaped by years of public service, reform, and resilience.
Mr. President, what drives you to push for change?
When you see systems that must change, and you've played a role in changing them, you begin to understand the responsibility to do more.
Looking back, what was the toughest obstacle you overcame on your journey to power?
The toughest obstacles were not personal, they were structural. Navigating political resistance and staying focused on long-term reform in a system that often rewards short-term thinking.
Did you always want this position, or did it become a responsibility you couldn't ignore?
It was a responsibility I couldn't ignore. The call to serve my people was greater than any personal ambition.
What personal sacrifices did you make that Nigerians never get to see?
The sacrifices are many. Time with family, personal peace. You carry the weight quietly.
What does leadership truly demand?
The freedom to live without constant scrutiny. Leadership demands that you give those things up.
Why does corruption still feel deeply rooted in Nigeria despite decades of promises?
Corruption persists because institutions have historically been weak and accountability has not always been consistent. We are now strengthening systems, digitization, transparency, and enforcement.
Is corruption a system failure or a leadership failure? So it's a systemic issue or a leadership problem?
It is both. Systems enable behavior, but leadership must correct it. That is why reforms must happen at both levels.
A dual approach. Thank you. Since becoming president, have you ever been pressured to compromise your values?
The pressures are constant in this office, but I've held firm to my principles with clear conviction.
What is the hard truth about corruption in Nigeria?
The hard truth is this: corruption is not only at the top, it exists across multiple levels of society.
How do we begin to change that? Many Nigerians feel unsafe today. What is your honest assessment of the security situation?
Fighting it requires collective change, not just government action. The situation is serious, and I will not minimize it. But we are seeing progress in coordination between security agencies and improved intelligence.
What specific actions are you taking that will actually reduce insecurity, not just promises?
We are investing in technology, strengthening intelligence networks, and improving measurable actions, not just promises.
Why should Nigerians trust that things will improve under your leadership?
Trust is built through results. Nigerians should judge this administration not by words, but by what improves in their daily lives.
If insecurity continues, where should accountability fall?
Accountability ultimately rests with leadership, and I accept that responsibility.
What is your long-term strategy to stabilize and strengthen the Naira?
Our long-term strategy focuses on production, not just consumption.
What are the key steps for our economy?
We must support local industries, stabilize fiscal policy, and attract investment.
How will these measures drive growth?
It will lower costs and create incentives, boosting new driver sign-ups.
And for existing drivers?
It will increase their earnings through bonuses and better rates.
What immediate changes will Nigerians feel in their daily lives?
Nigerians will see immediate relief through full subsidies and job creation, stabilizing prices and boosting the economy, access to essential services, and gradual economic stability.
In one sentence, what does a better Nigeria look like under your leadership?
A better Nigeria is one where opportunity is not limited background and where hard work is rewarded.
History will judge leadership not by promises, but by outcomes. It was nice having you here, Mr. President.
I'm intrigued, but I'm also a little cautious.
Good. Keeps you on your toes. This place is so peaceful. I love it.
It really...
On March 17th at exactly 2:14 a.m., a video was uploaded to the internet. No title, no description, no context. Just her. 6 hours later, the account was deleted. And the girl in the video was never seen again. This is not a story about a video. It's about what happened after. The video is only 47 seconds long. No cuts, no edits. Just one continuous shot.
If you're watching this, then it worked. I don't have much time.
Within hours, the video spread across Reddit, TikTok, and YouTube. People weren't just watching, they were investigating. This is called OSINT, Open Source Intelligence, where ordinary people analyze digital clues. Every pixel became evidence. Reflection shows a shadow behind her, but room is empty. That's when things got disturbing. The account was new, no history, no followers, but her face wasn't unfamiliar. Users claimed they had seen her before in unrelated videos. This phenomenon is called false familiarity effect, when the brain convinces you you've seen someone before. 3 major theories emerged. Some believe she was being watched or controlled. Others think it was staged, or she was alone. And something was very wrong. Internet investigators traced the upload location, but it led nowhere. VPN masking, metadata stripping, and burner accounts make online tracking extremely difficult. Then someone enhanced the audio. Hidden beneath the noise was another voice. Don't let her. 6 hours after upload, everything vanished. No police report, no missing person case, nothing. Maybe it was a hoax, maybe it was art, or maybe we watched something we weren't supposed to see. Because the real mystery isn't who she was, it's why she wanted to be seen, just once.
Open art brings the tools to the storytellers of today. Creating a character is simple, whether it's from a sentence or a single image. Open art brings your vision to life. But that's just the beginning. Once your character is created, you can use it in any story or setting with perfect consistency. With OpenArt's 3D pose editor, you can adjust your character's position and movements with ease. Want to take it further? Seamlessly place your character into any scene or background. The future of storytelling starts with you. OpenArt brings your ideas to life in ways you never imagined.
Can you spot what's new on your Peak 456 pack? Introducing the new Peak 456 pack. A bold new look, same trusted nourishment, still fortified with a DHA advantage and essential nutrients for your child. Peak 456, helping children grow strong and smart every day.
This place is stunning. Glad you picked it.
I had a feeling you'd like it.
So, what's your secret to always be right?
It's a gift. You should be impressed.
Oh, I am. You have the most captivating eyes.
That's so sweet.
You're always late. It's driving me crazy. It's just traffic. Stop yelling. And the duck said, got any grapes?
That's hilarious.
I'm best if you ever have. You are my everything.
Wow.
You have a really captivating presence.
Thank you. I like to keep things interesting.
I'm intrigued, but I'm also a little cautious.
Good. Keeps you on your toes. This place is so peaceful. I love it.
It really is. The gardens are beautiful. And the tea is perfect.
I'm so glad we could all meet up.
Me too.
I went on 5 dates in one day.
Sounds like quite the adventure. So, what are your hobbies? She clearly prefers me. She likes me.
Today, I'm meeting 5 complete strangers. Each date gets 20 minutes, but not everyone is making it to the end. What made you come here?
I like interesting people.
Okay, confidence. I like that. So, tell me, what's your name?
My name is Scott. And you are?
Fina.
You are beautiful.
Thanks.
What's a misconception people often have about you?
People think I'm too serious when I actually have a goofy sense of humor.
It's perfect. Let's order some wine.
Okay.
Wait. My apologies, sir. Right away.
This place is magical. I'm so glad we came.
Not as magical as you.
You have great taste.
Only the best for a woman like you.
Bold words, look at.
To bold beginnings.
And unforgettable nights.
Can we do this again?
Yeah. You might be too confident, but let's see. I am waiting for my second date. He's late. But it's a beautiful day, so I don't mind the wait.
Hi. Sorry I'm a bit late. The traffic was terrible.
No worries at all. What is funny?
Oh, sorry. My bad.
What is your name?
My name is James, and you're?
Fina.
What do you do for a living?
I am a fashion designer, and you?
A businessman. I love my woman to be a housewoman.
You're sweet, but I don't feel the vibe. This was nice.
Yeah, it was. Ready to head back?
Let's go. Guys, my third date is here, looking charming.
And you're looking absolutely radiant. This place is magical.
It really is.
Must be doing something right. You look beaut talker.
So what's next?
A walk by the water? You're definitely trouble.
You don't even know yet.
Hope I'm not in any trouble?
Definitely not.
My lady, can I know your name?
Fina.
Ms. Modest.
Oh my goodness, what a beautiful name.
I like you.
Thanks.
What is my goodness doing for a living?
I am a fashion designer.
Lovely. I like that. I am a medical doctor. Close your eyes.
What?
Just close your eyes. I won't hurt you.
Oh, okay.
I have something for you. Now open your eyes.
Wow, this is beautiful. Thanks.
Let's try something else.
Like what?
Let's share a glass of juice together.
Okay, interesting. This is exactly what I needed.
The company helps. Come, let me show you around the garden.
It's been a wonderful, awkward, funny date with 3 strangers. The first one was so sweet but kept talking about his cat and was super awkward with long silence. Waiting for my 4th date. Who knows how he looks? Let's see how it goes.
Hi, I hope I'm not late. You must be waiting for me.
Not at all. Have a seat.
I don't talk much. I observe.
I can't read this person. Okay, good to know.
Can I get a name?
Fina. And you are?
I'm Mike. Where are you from?
Nigeria. And you?
South African. Why did you decide to go on a date with 5 total strangers?
I like to explore.
Interesting.
So, what's the mystery?
That I'm more nervous than I look.
You hide it well. I'm a little nervous too.
What are you into?
I'm into fashion.
Tell me more about it.
My field in fashion is wear, unisex viewers.
Lovely. I love you already.
Thank you. So, you said you're in business. What kind?
I run a logistics company. We move goods across the country.
This place is beautiful. How did you find it?
A friend recommended it. Glad you like it.
I do, but I'm a bit nervous. First dates, you know.
Me too, but let's just enjoy the food and see.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
It was a really nice conversation with my 4th date. This is getting tough. Who am I to choose? For that, let's see how my 5th date looks. I just hope he'll be nice. I think he's here.
You look really beautiful in person than pictures. I feel like hugging and kissing you right now.
That's a bit much.
Do you mind if we go to my house? I want to give you a big treat as a queen you are.
Hey, slow down.
Sorry, my bad.
What is your name?
Call me J.O.
I see. This is not going to work.
What are you talking about?
This date is over. I'm done.
Wait, please, let me explain.
After careful consideration, one of you must leave. Why should I pick you?
Because I love you, I see myself make you happy.
I can't pick you. This was harder than I thought. I've made my decision. The person I'm choosing is the winner.
Thank you so much for choosing me.
You're welcome.
Can we give a relationship a try? I want you to be my woman.
Should I let them pick me next time? 5 strangers, 1 connection. Maybe this was worth it. This garden is so peaceful.
It really is. The flowers are beautiful.
Look at those pink ones over there.
They're lovely, just like you.
Oh, you. There are calls you never forget, not because they are loud, but because they change everything without warning. A single ringtone, a single voice. And suddenly, 7 years of love becomes something you don't recognize anymore. This is the story of a woman who lost her entire relationship in less than 10 minutes. She thought she had time. 7 years. That's not a relationship, that's a life. They met when she was still figuring out who she was. He was the calm in her chaos. The man who said, "I'm not going anywhere." And for a long time, he didn't. They built routines. Shared passwords, inside jokes no one else understood. Even their arguments felt safe. Because at the end of every fight, he would say, "It's still us, right?" And she always said yes. But sometimes, the strongest love stories don't end loudly. They end quietly, with truth. It was a Thursday, nothing special. She was at home, folding laundry. The phone rang, his phone, on the table. He had stepped out for just a few minutes. She saw the name, unknown number. She hesitated, then answered. At first, silence. Then a woman's voice. Too calm. "I think I'm calling the wrong number." She almost laughed, until the woman said, "Is this still Daniel's phone?" Her chest tightened. She said yes, and the woman replied, "That's interesting because I'm his wife."
Choose from thousands of realistic voices to use in your content. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
GoDaddy has the perfect hosting plan for any website. From low-cost shared hosting to your own virtual server. Every plan comes with a 99.9% uptime guarantee, along with a free domain name and award-winning support. No wonder we're the world's #1 web host. Unlock your online potential today with GoDaddy.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be talking about the reason why China and United States need the Philippines. Okay, so these two countries cannot do without the Philippines. Okay, here is the reason why they need the Philippines.
The Philippines is abandoning China's Belt and Road Initiative, canceling billions in promised projects despite desperate infrastructure needs. Why? The answer is rooted in a high-stakes contest between the United States, China, and Japan, with the Philippines positioned at the center. Despite an international tribunal in The Hague invalidating China's sweeping maritime claims near the Philippines, Beijing continues to expand its presence. Can this nation hold its ground in a power struggle on the high seas? And at what cost? $5 trillion in global trade flows past the Philippines through the South China Sea every year. That's why three superpowers are fighting over 7,600 scattered islands. Look at a map. Japan, Taiwan, and the Philippines form a 2,000-mile barrier between China and the open ocean. Military strategists call it the first island chain. China calls it a cage. The Luzon Strait is 160 miles wide. Every Chinese submarine headed to the Pacific has to squeeze through this gap. Every American carrier rushing to defend Taiwan does too. Whoever controls this choke point controls Asia's sea lanes. If Manila aligns with the United States and other regional partners, it can effectively limit Chinese naval movement, making it harder for Beijing to supply its forces or respond quickly in a crisis, especially one involving Taiwan. But beneath these same waters lie trillions of cubic feet of natural gas. Above them, millions of Filipino fishermen are trying to make a living, and China wants both. Under the United Nations, every country claims a 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone from their shores. But China has not bought into these boundaries. To cement their presence, China constructed and militarized artificial islands on disputed reefs, with satellite images showing dozens of anti-ship and anti-air missile sites on 7 reclaimed features. These outposts bristle with radar, airstrips, and missile batteries, sending a clear message about Beijing's willingness to enforce its claims by force if necessary. For the Philippines, this militarization is a direct threat to its sovereignty. The Scarborough Shoal, just 120 miles from Luzon, was once a vital fishing ground for Filipinos, but the shoal fell under Chinese control after a 2012 standoff. The Philippines is now fighting to retain its outlying islands and shoals from Chinese control. Recently, they've been defending the Second Thomas Shoal, a submerged reef located in the Spratly Islands. The Philippine outpost on Second Thomas Shoal is the BRP Sierra Madre, a Philippine naval transport ship intentionally grounded on the reef and maintained by a contingent of Marines. The Marines are regularly resupplied while on the shoal, but those resupply boats are consistently harassed by Chinese naval vessels in the area. America watches from the sidelines. U.S. warships observe these confrontations, but won't fire first. Diplomatic protests, stern warnings, freedom of navigation patrols, everything except actually stopping China. But every Chinese water camp, every blocked supply line, every harassed Filipino fisherman pushes Manila deeper into Washington's arms. China's strategy is backfiring spectacularly. Beijing wanted to peel the Philippines away from America through economic incentives and military pressure. Instead, it's creating the very encirclement that it fears. The Philippines has gone from a neutral trading partner to America's unsinkable aircraft carrier, all because China couldn't resist bullying fishermen. In 2023, America got permission to put missiles 1,500 miles from Beijing. The Philippines just handed the U.S. 9 military bases, more than any other country in the region. And this isn't your grandfather's Cold War bases. No permanent American soldiers, no colonial flags flying, but the missiles, those are very real. The 2014 Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement deal was brilliant. America gets the bases, the Philippines keep their sovereignty. The agreement initially covered 5 sites, including Basa Air Base in Pampanga and Antonio Batista Air Base in Palawan, both chosen for their strategic locations near potential flashpoints. Unlike the Cold War era installations, EDCA bases do not host permanent American garrisons. Instead, they enable joint training, pre-positioning of equipment, and rapid deployment in the event of a crisis. America is writing checks too, $32 million to upgrade Basa Air Base, funded under the Pacific Deterrence Initiative. New runways, new storage, new command centers. The U.S. has deployed advanced systems to these sites, including the Typhoon mid-range missile platform, which can strike targets up to 1,500 miles away. This capability extends the reach of both U.S. and Philippine forces, making the archipelago a critical node in the broader Indo-Pacific security architecture. Every year, 17,000 troops practice war games, HIMAR rockets, Patriot missiles, amphibious invasions. And China can watch it all on satellite. The U.S. has also approved a $5.5 billion package of weapon sales to the Philippines, including F-16 fighter jets, AMRAAM air-to-air missiles, and precision-guided munitions. Lockheed Martin got even richer. At the same time, the U.S. is supporting the development of maritime domain awareness through projects like the upgrade of the Naval Detachment Oyster Bay, which will support unmanned surface vehicles and bolster the Philippines' ability to monitor contested waters. China's response? Economic warfare. $18 billion. That's how much more the Philippines buys from China than it sells back. A 3-to-1 trade imbalance should give Beijing incredible leverage. So, why is Manila rejecting billions of dollars in Chinese infrastructure loans? The Philippines watched Sri Lanka hand over Hambantota Port to China on a 99-year lease after defaulting on its Belt and Road loans. That was lesson enough. The Philippines imports a quarter of everything from China. Factory components, electronics, machinery, the stuff that keeps the economy running. When Beijing controls your supply chain and your trade deficit is tilted 3-to-1 in their favor, saying no to their infrastructure money should be economic suicide. Here's the problem. China wants the Philippines ports and wants to ram Filipino fishermen. You can't offer Belt and Road deals while your Coast Guard is playing bumper boats with Filipino supply ships. And every dust-up in the South China Sea makes Chinese loans more politically toxic. President Marcos Jr. has canceled billions in railway projects rather than risk debt traps. The Mindanao Railway, all shelved despite being initially approved under the Duterte administration. The contradiction is killing China's strategy. The Philippines desperately need this infrastructure. Their traffic jams are legendary, their bridges are crumbling, and their ports are overcrowded. Chinese money could fix a lot of it. Instead, Beijing's aggression in the South China Sea has made taking Chinese loans a sovereignty risk that no Filipino leader can afford. China's economic power should own the Philippines. Instead, its military bullying has pushed it into the arms of the Americans. While China offers debt and America offers protection, Japan offers independence. Guess which one a former colony loves most? Tokyo's $52 billion infrastructure program.
I know Philippines to be a country that produces one of like the best nurses. Oh hey, without them, can China and United States survive?
Is about proving that the Philippines can modernize without selling its sovereignty. Every completed Japanese project is a middle finger to Beijing's development model. In 2023, Japan became the Philippines' top source of development aid, 2.8 billion compared to China's 440 million, and the gap will continue to widen. That same year, Japan signed its first ever military aid agreement with the Philippines. The Official Security Assistance Framework lets Tokyo directly supply weapons and equipment to Manila's military. First delivery, Mitsubishi's P-14ME radars. These aren't fishing boat detectors. They're military-grade systems that can track every Chinese vessel within 200 miles of Philippine shores. Japan is essentially giving the Philippines the eyes to see China coming. But the genius is in the packaging. When America deploys Typhoon missiles that scream military confrontation, Japan delivers disaster monitoring radars that happen to track warships perfectly. Same strategic effect, zero diplomatic blowback. While China's Belt and Road Initiative crumbles under corruption scandals and debt crises, Japan's quiet infrastructure revolution is transforming the Philippines into a modern, self-reliant ally. The result? Manila now sees Japan as its most reliable partner. In a region where everyone wants to own the Philippines, Japan figured out how to win by helping the Philippines own itself. Three superpowers offered three very different deals. China wanted to break out of the first island chain, and instead it created the very encirclement that it feared. Manila took American weapons, rejected Chinese loans, and embraced Japanese infrastructure. It's playing the great powers against each other while building the strength to stand alone, proving yet again that geography is destiny. Sitting at the crossroads of $5 trillion in annual trade and controlling the choke point between China and the Pacific Ocean means that the Philippines hold the key to Asia's maritime future.
Now you have found out the reason why China and United States cannot do without the Philippines. Do you think that it's worth it? So, United States usually make it look like all countries need them to survive. Now that the one in need of Philippines for some important assets. So do you think that Philippines will welcome them?
I had 7 days to go from 0 followers to blowing up. Struggling to film content, 0 engagement. My followers are stuck at 0. Why is it all shocking? 7 days, 0 followers. What am I doing wrong? This is a mess. Still 0. 7 days, 0 followers, and I'm trying to become an influencer. If I fail, I delete everything. No followers, no connections, no ads. Just me and 7 days to blow up. Day 1, 0. I'm starting my daily posting challenge and refreshing. Still 0 views. The grind starts now. All right, creating my new Instagram account. And welcome to my very first video. I'm still getting used to this tripod setup. Let me just adjust this a little. Post first video. Refreshing. No views. Starting from 0 followers isn't a setback, it's a blank canvas. This is where the journey begins.
Still struggling with no followers.
Struggling to film content, 0 engagement. My followers are stuck at 0. Why is it all shocking? Even my village people didn't watch this. I studied viral videos. This one looks good.
Welcome back. Today, we'll cover 3 key updates.
Okay, let's see.
First, the new dashboard design.
content ideas, one after the other.
Turns out, attention is a science.
Posting my second video to see how it turns out.
Wow, 1.22 million likes already. And that's flooding in. New followers are joining us. And 15.4 frequency. Kishin Habitat. Hi everyone, I just finished a big project I'm excited about. I'll be posting the details soon, so follow me to stay updated.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. Get whiter teeth with a new Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Toothpaste.
I had 7 days to go from 0 followers to blowing up. Struggling to film content, 0 engagement. My followers are stuck at 0. Why is it not tracking? 7 days, 0 followers. What am I doing wrong? This is a mess. Still 0. 7 days, 0 followers, and I'm trying to become an influencer. If I fail, I delete everything. No followers, no connections, no ads. Just me and 7 days to blow up. Day 1, 0. I'm starting my daily posting challenge and refreshing. Still 0 views. The grind starts now. All right, creating my new Instagram account. And welcome to my very first video. I'm still getting used to this tripod setup. Let me just adjust this a little. Post first video. Refreshing. No views. Starting from 0 followers isn't a setback, it's a blank canvas. This is where the journey begins.
Still struggling with no followers.
Struggling to film content, 0 engagement. My followers are stuck at 0. Why is it not tracking? Even my village people didn't watch this. I studied viral videos. This one looks good.
Welcome back. Today, we'll cover 3 key updates.
Okay, let's see.
First, the new dashboard design.
Oops. Writing down content ideas, one after the other.
Turns out, attention is a science.
Posting my second video to see how it turns out.
Wow, 1.22 million likes already. And that's flooding in. New followers are joining us. And 15.4 frequency. Kishin Habitat. Hi everyone, I just finished a big project I'm excited about. I'll be posting the details soon, so follow me to stay updated. All right, posting it now. Tap to follow and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Checking the views. Oh, low views again. I can't believe it. Why does this keep happening? And just like that, everything stopped. So it wasn't luck. Or maybe it was. Level up, lights on. Camera ready. New look, new energy. Level up complete. Success and failure are both part of the journey. It's not about avoiding failure, but learning from it. Every step, good or bad, shapes your path to success. Keep pushing forward, Dick. This is where most people quit. I didn't.
And just like that, more followers.
This is getting real. I've been waiting for this moment. Here it is. White William Pathways. I think y'all should watch. Slumdog! Wow! This is insane! Becoming an influencer isn't luck. Should I try 30 days next or go from influencer to making money? This looks like a millionaire's life, but I only had $50. Today, I'm gonna live like a millionaire without actually being one. No lying, no stealing, just pure stealing.
Rule number 1, rich people don't try to look rich, they just look effortless. This watch, not mine.
Most small businesses don't just fail slowly. They fail suddenly. Because of what? Because of weaknesses. Now, work with me as I put you through on things to avoid so that your business will not fail. If you're a small business, come close, please. So number 1 is what? Cash flow shock. So this cash flow shock normally makes any business, not only small business, most business to fail. The reason is that a business can be profitable on paper and still die fast. Yes, a business can be profitable on paper and still die fast. Customers delay payment. This is number 1 killer of any business. Customers delay payment, big clients disappeared, and even expenses jump suddenly. Something like rent, NEPA bill, supply, fuel, paying your staffs, those bills just jump out all of a sudden, and you'll be asking yourself what is really going on. Now there is no cash buffer. Yeah, when this whole thing, this cash flow shock, your spending is not coming in. So this can actually do what? Kill business. So once you can pay salaries or suppliers this month, it is game over. Because sometimes you can't be able to pay your salaries. Sometimes small business cannot be able to do what? Also pay suppliers. But once you do that, it's a game changer. Number 2 is overspending on one thing. We business owners, we make this mistake. So avoid it for your business not to do what? Fail. This could be one major customer, one supplier, one product, one platform, something like Instagram, WhatsApp, Amazon, Facebook, Google Ad, overspending on one thing. So if you're overspending on one thing, check if that thing is generating income, or if that stuff is making what? Is taking more, why not bringing income? If the thing is taking more, stop it. Okay? Because when the single pillar fall, the whole business will collapse. There's no two ways about it. When that single pillar fall, the whole business will collapse, so stop it. Number 3 is poor financial tracking. Some of us, we don't do auditing when it comes to our business. We don't even know what is called audit in our business.
Save time creating content and generate a high-quality clone of your voice with 11 Labs. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice-generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
Is it overspending? Is it poor financial tracking? Or is it cash flow shock? What is the problem? Or is it the silent lose over time? Are we talking about founder burnout and illness? Most small businesses don't just fail slowly. They fail suddenly. Because of what? Because of weaknesses. Now, work with me as I put you through on things to avoid so that your business will not fail. If you're a small business, come close, please. So number 1 is what? Cash flow shock. So this cash flow shock normally makes any business, not only small business, most business to fail. The reason is that a business can be profitable on paper and still die fast. Yes, a business can be profitable on paper and still die fast. Customers delay payment. This is number 1 killer of any business. Customers delay payment. Big clients disappeared, and even expenses jump suddenly. Something like rent, NEPA bill, supplies, fuel, paying your staff. Those bills just jump out all of a sudden, and you'll be asking yourself what is really going on. Now there is no cash buffer. Yeah, when this whole thing, this cash flow shock, your spending is not coming in. So this can actually do what? Kill business. So once you can pay salaries or suppliers this month, it is game over. Because sometimes you can't be able to pay your salaries. Sometimes small business cannot be able to do what? Also pay suppliers. But once you do that, it's a game changer. Number 2 is overspending on one thing. We business owners, we make this mistake. So avoid it for your business not to do what? Fail. This could be one major customer, one supplier, one product, one platform, something like Instagram, WhatsApp, Amazon, Facebook, Google Ads, overspending on one thing. So if you're overspending on one thing, check if that thing is generating income, or if that stuff is making what? Is taking more, why not bringing income? If the thing is taking more, stop it. Okay? Because when the single pillar fall, the whole business will collapse. There's no two ways about it. When that single pillar fall, the whole business will collapse, so stop it. And number 3 is poor financial tracking. Some of us, we don't do auditing when it comes to our business. We don't even know what is called audit in our business. Now, many business owners don't separate personal money and business money. They mix it together. So start today to separate them. They don't know their real profit You don't know your real business profit because of what you mix your personal money and business money together. So that way you cannot be able to calculate which one is my personal business profit and which one is my personal money profit. You know, there is let me tell you guys this thing. A lot of people don't track monthly bond rates. You know, a lot of us don't even know how to track our monthly bond rate. So because of that, you see those things make your business to fail. Now, when it comes to business, there should be a percentage for each department. Yes. Now, what is the percentage for your company? Is there any something like 20% you have to map up for your company? Or even if you are dying, no matter what is going on in your business, you don't touch that money. This thing is for your maintenance, your company maintenance and everything. Okay, so we should start doing that. Then this percentage go for paying salaries, you know, making purchases and salary and making purchases. And this percentage go for saving. This percentage goes for me. Okay, pay yourself salary. So when trouble come, don't see it early. They see it too late. So, you know, when you're not doing those things and those trouble just, you know, pumping, if you're not smart enough, if you're not careful enough, and if you're not observant enough, you will not see it too early. It will just hit you and your business is gone. Number 4 is growing too fast, too soon.
At GoDaddy, we know your website is the center of your online business. Help protect it from online threats with website security. Every GoDaddy plan comes with an SSL certificate that'll protect your customers' sensitive data, along with daily malware scans and a firewall, all of which you can manage from one place. A protected site will also help your search ranking. Get peace of mind for your online business today with GoDaddy.
Slow down. As a small business, there is stage by stage to each growth. If you want to grow fast, you burn out fast. Because small business want to hire too quick, opening new locations, you know, buying equipment on credit. Do not do such a thing. You doing those things is killing your business. The small business you're managing, and because you're making something like 3 to 5 million monthly, or you're making 4 million, 3 million monthly, you think now, oh, you are now a big business. You have scaled up. Yeah, you have scaled up, but you still remain a small business. Manage it well, because if you want to grow too fast, you burn too soon. Yeah, that is the main thing there. So you have to slow down on how you do those things. Do not hire quickly. Do not buy things on credit, especially equipment. Do not it. So if your revenue cannot catch up immediately, cash run out too fast. So you have to, you know, check those things. Then number 5 is silent lose over time. A lot of us don't know about this silent lose over time. Small leak that build up. You know, when that small leaks, you overlook it because this is a small leak. No, without you knowing that this thing is doing what? Piling up. It's building up. You know, pricing too low, raising costs, not pass to customers. When you come to the pricing too low, set your standard, know your target audience, and stick to it. Okay, and do not raise costs without letting your customers know about it. Send them email. If there is a social media group you created for them, paste it there, so each and every one of them will know your current your current price. Number 6 is founder burnout or illness. Yes, sometimes you see a founder burnout, like me, example, I have burned out so many times, for it so many times, not be like I will still dust my neck and say, you can do this, girl, you got this, you can do it. So now, small business often depends entirely on one person, which is not good. So if the owner burns out, got sick, face family or legal issues, what happened? Operating still, decision stops, and even collapse follows up immediately. Because of what? This thing depends on one person. So do not run your business on your own. Look for somebody you can do what? Collab with or partner with. Number 7 is markets and rule changes. This one really is dealing with us, small and big businesses, new competitors in the town, understand, new competitors, undercut prices, customers' behavior shifts. So when this thing happen, government policy, tax, or even regulation changes. So those things can make your business to do what? Stop. Those things can make your business fall. Business doesn't just adapt fast enough, gets wiped out. When these changes comes, is your business ready to adapt to those changes? Because if your business cannot be able to adapt to those changes, that means your business will wipe out. So the ship will sink, your business will fail. Number 8 is that no emergency plan. Because there is no emergency plan, no servicing, no insurance, no backup funding. So one bad month become what? The last month. You see, that is the reason why I said that you have to do what? Map out 20% of your income, 20% of what is coming into your business. Let it be that 20%, keep it there. It's for the company. No matter what is going on with your business, do not touch it. You need it for your emergency. If there is any source of emergency in your business for you to, revive your business, you touch that money. Touch it. So make sure that you have an insurance. Look for one and register. So now, you see, those things are the reason why businesses are doing what? Failing. So if you're a small business owner, start now to do what? Start now to avoid those things I made mention of, and start now to do what? Revive and build your business. Now, in my next video, I will still talk about some things we're supposed to look out when dealing with this business. Something like early warnings, we ignore. So, see you in my next video. One love.
Introducing Mama's Pride soya oil for all your cooking and fries. It lasts longer in frying, has 0 cholesterol for a healthy heart, omega-3 and 6, and vitamin A for good eyesight. Mama's Pride soya oil is produced from soya beans, which contains no cholesterol, available in sachet, bottles, and jerry cans. Mama's Pride soya oil, long-lasting goodness of soya.
Sensitive to cash. Today, if I hear say penny charges today, I keep asking you to download the Smart Cash app and begin to enjoy 0 charges on your transfers. No be cho. If I hear say Smart Cash no charge you for this transaction, you make I bend.
No matter the transaction, Smart Cash no go charge you shishi. Whether na airtime or na data you buy, or you wan pay for your life or na cable bill, na zero charges for Smart Cash. This one no be cho. What is day?
I don't download that.
Make you sef download Smart Cash app or dial star 939 hash sharp sharp.
Today we're getting into something pretty huge happening in Lagos, the Dango Refinery Complex. Well, they've just announced a massive expansion. We're talking about a facility that's already, gigantic, planning to basically double its output.
It's more than just an expansion, really. It's a massive industrial statement. Our sources give us the details, the technical specs, what it means globally, and importantly, the kind of policies that make someone confident enough to do this.
Right. So our mission today is to look past the headlines. We want to understand the sheer scale here and what this really signals for Nigeria, for its energy independence and its role in the global energy picture. So let's start with that headline number. The current capacity is around 650,000 barrels per day, right? What's the new goal?
The new number is, well, it's staggering, 1.4 million barrels per day. To give you some perspective, the sources confirm that this would make the Dangote complex the single largest oil refinery on the planet, bigger than Jamnagar in India, which currently holds the title. So this isn't just about meeting Nigeria's needs, it's Dangote making what they call a bold vote of confidence in Nigeria's industrial future, aiming for, well, global leadership.
Wow, 1.4 million BPD. That level of ambition. It's hard to wrap your head around. Economically, what does that kind of volume unlock for the country?
Well, it hits three major targets all at once. First, genuine energy security, basically eliminating the need to import refined fuels like petrol and diesel. Second, it flicks the script, turning Nigeria into a net exporter of these valuable products. And third, this saves potentially billions in foreign exchange, money that currently flows out to buy fuel from abroad. And conserving that forex is absolutely critical for stabilizing the wider economy.
Okay, that makes sense. And processing that much crude needs people, a lot of people. What are we hearing about job creation, especially in the short term?
The construction phase alone, just for this expansion, is expected to employ over 65,000 workers. But what's really interesting, I think, is the focus on local content. The commitment is for over 85% of that workforce to be Nigerian. That's huge for building skills locally, engineering, logistics, all those support services.
So it's not just about the volume of oil, but also the quality, right? The sources mentioned upgrading standards from Euro V to Euro 6. Why is that technical shift important for, say, the average person or the bigger picture?
Euro 6 is basically the top tier globally for environmental standards in fuel. It means producing ultra-low sulfur fuels, cleaner brand. If you want to sell your refined products into markets like Europe, which have strict rules, you absolutely need to meet Euro 6. So it's about quality and market access. Plus, using cleaner fuel domestically helps reduce local air pollution too.
And it's not only about the fuels we put in cars. The petrochemical side is also expanding significantly. We're seeing big jumps mentioned for polypropylene that's used in plastics right now. And also something called linear alkylbenzene, or LA.
Exactly. LBay is fundamental for making detergents, soaps, cleaning products. Boosting its production means local manufacturers of those goods might not need to import it anymore. It strengthens the whole supply chain. And that polypropylene increase is massive, from 900,000 tons up to 2.4 million metric tons a year. Think about what that does for local manufacturing costs for anything using plastic components. It could drive them down significantly.
Okay, this scale is immense. But projects like this, they don't just happen on their own. What kind of government support or policies were needed to make this kind of huge investment feasible?
Yeah, that's crucial. The sources point to very specific government cooperation. Dangote himself credited things like the Nigeria First policy, and, really critically, something called the Naira for Crude initiative. Essentially, it lets the refinery pay for its raw material, the crude oil, using Nigerian Naira. That saves an enormous amount of foreign currency reserves. He also mentioned a one-stop shop framework, which sounds like it streamlines getting all the necessary permits and approvals, cutting red tape, basically.
So government action enabling this massive private project makes sense.
But what about bringing the public along? Any mention of sort of inclusive growth or public benefit beyond just jobs?
Yes, a couple of key points there. First, there's a promise to list 10% of the refinery complex on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, the NGX. That's supposed to happen within the next year, the idea being to let ordinary Nigerians own a piece of it, promoting, broader wealth sharing. And more immediately, they made a point of assuring Nigerians about fuel supply, especially during the busy end-of-year ember months, promising no shortages, no queues, trying to prevent that usual price speculation.
That feels like a real turning point. The whole narrative seems to be shifting from Nigeria importing fuel derived from its own crude to Nigeria refining African oil for itself and for export.
That's absolutely the core takeaway. This isn't just an expansion, it feels like a declaration. A declaration of energy independence, yes, but also a major play for global competitiveness. It really cements this idea of Africa moving up the value chain, not just exporting raw materials, but processing them for good.
It certainly does. Which leads us to our final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. When you see a single, massive, private project like this secure a nation's entire domestic fuel needs and become a huge foreign exchange earner, is the driving force ultimately about achieving national energy stability, or is it more about pure market competitiveness on a global scale? Or maybe both are inseparable here. Something to think about as this potentially world-leading project moves forward.
So, this person said, "You are the best. Love you." You are the best. Love you. Okay, thank you. I don't know who you are, but I wouldn't say that I love you too or anything. So, thanks a lot for the love. Thank you. This person sent message that said like this: "Everyone likes you." No, you guys can't whine me because everyone wouldn't like me. Everyone will not like me. Everybody, it's not possible for everyone to like me. But thank you guys. If you know that you're among the people that like me, I appreciate. I like you too. But please let the likeness be in a positive way, not negative way. Okay. What really spending? Is it poor financial tracking or is it cash flow shock? What is the problem? Or is it the silent lose over time? Are we talking about founder burnout and illness? So, guys, let's see. I will take you step by step on the reason why small business fail easily. If you feel hurt, if you're watching and you feel hurt that I'm not answering your question, I'm so sorry, but at least I answered one now. Now you know where I'm from. Okay, so I don't know your intention when you ask this question, but hey, just know that I am from Anambra State. Complete Igbo girl, Ifembo. So, this person said, "I have been too shy to talk to you. Haba now." Haba. Why are you being shy to talk to me? I'm not a guest. I'm a human being. So, don't be shy. So, if you're watching this, say hi to me. I don't know where you from the channel you get the link. If it is from WhatsApp, say hi and tell me that you are the one that said that you are too shy to talk to me. Then we can have a conversation. I can also help you and build yourself, not to be shy to talk to anybody you want to talk to. Okay? If it is Facebook, other social media, just say hi to me. Then I promise I will talk to you. So, this person said, "It is crazy how we can go from deep talk to dump joke in 10 seconds and it always feels natural." That is me. You might think that you're discussing something important with me and that I've switched to joke and you start joking and We will joke till the end of the conversation. I don't actually do that on purpose, but when I feel that what we are the conversation is over and you want to still go on and go on, deep talks, and I will switch it to all this joke and everything. You will laugh your breast out. So that's me. It's crazy though, but thank you for reminding me. So I don't actually know why I take this green. I don't know, did I save it or stuff like that? There's a green dot here. So I don't actually understand what the thing is. Okay, this person said, where are you from? Are you married? Are you in a relationship? The fact is that I don't just understand. It's not about question, but the issue is, which am I to answer first? Where are you from? I am from Anambra State. I promise you guys that there shouldn't be no filter. I am from Anambra State, Nigeria. Okay. Are you married? I'm sorry, that question can be answered. I don't discuss my public life and my personal life with public. So, are you in a relationship? I will not answer this question. I'm so sorry. Okay, sorry if you feel hurt. If you're watching and you feel hurt that I'm not answering your question, I'm so sorry. But at least I answered. This person asks, would you say yes if I ask you out? I'm sorry, guys, but my answer is no, because I don't know who you are, okay? I can't just say yes to a ghost. So if you want to ask me out, come openly and ask me out. Okay. Now, this person said, why you ghosted the whole group? Haba. It depends on the group you're talking about. Group I demand to ghost it. But if it is a group that, what you guys discussed there is not something that tile me, then I have to ghost it. I'm in a lot of groups, so I don't know the group you are talking about that I ghosted. But any group you see me and I ghosted that group, just know that the group is not worth being there, but I'm just being there because of maybe somebody that invited me to be there.
Maggi chicken flavor with onions, celery, and turmeric. My game changer.
Today we'll be talking about natural remedy. Our parents believe that works magic when we are growing up. Now, when it comes to all those remedy, do you actually think that they work? Or is it our parents trying to, turn our heads upside down? Do they actually work? If they do, let me know in the comment section. Okay, as a proper Nigerian, I am, when growing up, in our home, there are some certain things that will be happening to you, and they will say, take red oil and a lot of things, and even come with prayers or and everything, how to take it. Now, the most of our parents believe that taking those natural remedy, actually work magic, and it works for them. So what are those remedy? Number one is agbo. This concoction, herbal concoction. Now, agbo is bitter, dark. Some are not dark. Some also have this chocolate color. It's often drink. Agbo is made from leaves, roots, and even some spicy. Most of our people drink this agbo, even not only in Nigeria, even in abroad. Now, I want to know, does it work? Because our parents believe that when you are going through some things, when you are going, maybe when you're having stomach upset and everything, and they said, okay, that you have to do what? Take agbo for it. So most user of agbo take it to do what? Fix malaria. Some take it to fix treat typhoid, and some of them take it to body pains and even general sickness. They will say take agbo. Now, what is in that agbo they are taking? One, there is two major ingredients in agbo, which is neem leaf and bitter leaf. Yeah, and they will not add some roots into it. Number two is palm oil. If you have ever stayed around the other person, you will find this one. It is the most popular remedy. Like, for the moment though, is the most popular. When you accidentally ate something you shouldn't have eaten, okay, it is supposed to coat your stomach and neutralize the poison. Like, you can use it when you eat poison and you feel like someone poison you, and they will not ask you to do what? To drink palm oil. To do what? To kill the poison, so that the poison wouldn't have power again. Now, the main thing is, but just know that through research and everything, yes, palm oil can somehow kill poison from not reacting in your body. But just know that it's not a strong, it is not strong enough to kill, like to push down and also kill what? Some poison that is very, very powerful. It's a detergent. They use palm oil for detergent and everything. Another one is alligator. This one, they'll ask you to chew it for stomach. If you're having stomach upset, they'll say, chew it. Oh, remember that time your grandmother pop few alligator pepper seed into your mouth just for stomach crack, especially when you're in your period. Yes, when you're in your period, try to chew what? Alligator pepper. It helps. It helps to the period pain and everything will go down, and like it's a popular practice among people, especially the Igbos, Yorubas, and yeah, I've seen it in our South as well. I don't know if does it really work, but yeah, I've tested it. It's working. Now, hot water and rub. Especially menthol. This one have suffered. If you're having catarrh, if you're having cold, or even conjunction, they will ask you to do it and put hot water in a bucket of plus you now put the rub, cover yourself. They'll ask you to cover yourself with clothes, like dip your face inside the bucket, cover your face, and you'll be healed. The catarrh and everything will do what? Go away. I don't know if it really work. Try it and tell me if the thing is work. Now, bitter leaf juice for malaria. Fresh bitter leaf squeeze into juice form. They will ask you to drink it, that it will flush out all the malaria parasites that is in your body. That's another. Another funny bit. But I haven't tried this one, so I don't know if it is working or if it is not working. But bitter leaf contain a compound with anti-paralyzed and also effective. Yes, it's effective. So even a scientific study said that it supports effective against infection. Okay, it's against infections. I don't know why they are using it to treat malaria, but it's against infection and all that thing. And also it according to them, it pair in malaria treatment as well. So you see, our parents they are not doctors but they are not entirely wrong in those remedies. So have you for a day test any of these remedy? Have you for one day like say, okay, let me try what my papa and my mama teach me? If you have, is it really working? I want to hear from you. Drop it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. One love. Today we'll be talking about natural remedy. Our parents believe that works magic when we are growing up. Now, when it comes to all those remedy, do you actually think that they work? Or is it our parents trying to turn our heads upside down? Do they actually work? If they do, let me know in the comment section. Okay, as a proper Nigerian, I am. When growing up, in our home, there are some certain things that will be happening to you, and they'll say, take red oil and a lot of things, and even come with prayers or abo and everything, how to take it. Now, the most of our parents believe that taking those natural remedy, actually work magic, and it works for them. So, what are those remedy? Number one is modern factories doesn't naturally need more blue collar. They need a new architecture and a new tech stack. That is what they need. Over the weekend, I stumbled onto another article about how American factories cannot field 400,000 open jobs. It's few of states, quotes, and even unusual suspects. Now, the question is, when 40,000 manufacturers' jobs go unfilled, it is time to rethink about the blueprint. Now, let's talk about the blueprint here. Let us look into the blueprint. Stay tuned. As everything, I will tell you how to get into the blueprint and how some factory, I will be teaching some factory how they can do what? Get the gap filled up. So, stay tuned. It is not as simple as we think. We need more workers in manufacturing. Actually, we need to unlock more of potential in ones we already have. Now, how do we unlock this potential? It's by giving them other training, by allowing them to bring in their ideas. The people running our factory aren't just operators, they are engineers, system thinkers, and problem solvers. But for how long have we given them solid, right, or one-size-fits all manufacturers executing system that creates technical barrier that doesn't need to exist? Do we give them the chance to do that? We are building the industry of tech stack to reflect the real nature of frontline work. We will be giving people already doing the work the power to improve it. Currently, there are two camps. One that's agentic AI powered. Human robots are going to replace factory workers. And the other argue manufacturers, companies simply can't hire fast enough. But the fact doesn't fully support either position.
the truth is automatic, robotic, and AI aren't coming in to change everything overnight. Our industry pretends to move fast, but in reality, it moves pretty slow. And with the high standard production line distracting, we need human in loop. Yeah, we need the HICL, which is the human in the loop. We need it, not light out factories. Now, second is modern factories doesn't naturally need more blue collar. They need a new architecture and a new tech stack. That is what they need. Think of it like giving factory team the same kind of model, flexibility system, and app developers or office workers already enjoy. In this way, the technical support, the real messy, cooperative, digital work happening on the shop floor. The work that required critical thinking, hand-on experts, and the ability to learn and adapt fast, actually acknowledged. This brings to me a theme that I think needs to die. The people that bring robotic system, turning process partnerment, or troubleshooting a machine under pressure, that is not blue collar. That is skill conduit labor. I think it's time we stop worshiping the keyboard and start respecting the controller, the multitasker, and the and the SOP blender. Now let us look on this, what this look like in practice. We won't fill manufacturing job and skill gap by pushing more kids into coding boost camp or outsourcing those jobs to robots. We will fill them when we make rebuild the industry take stack to reflect the reality of work on the factory floor. This look like no coding, easy to use interface. We love IT, engineers, and system innovation. They provide insights, service, and also a key sources of knowledge. A key sources of knowledge for the industry, but there simply aren't enough system. And they cannot be on site all the time to learn day-to-day opportunity or manage change. You see how we cannot do what? Address them. The practical solution is to think past the existing system and processing and giving ownership and power to the people actually doing their work. This is cultural shift towards citizen development in manufacturing, where frontline team innovative and be optimative their process. Where frontline factory workers are able to test and also on the tools of workflow themselves without waiting for central IT. Feedback looping tight and improvement cycle shortened by empowering frontline workers to make real-time decisions. We are not only building their capacity and buy-in, but also promoting operation and the processing that's giving us the flexibility of solution tomorrow problem. Now, another one is AI for operation. AI in manufacturing doesn't need to be magic. It just needs to be designed for the people who do not work and build in infrastructure that is flexible enough to elevate with the latest model. We need to think about AI as another tools or step functioning in productivity that we can incorporate to help solve real problem for real people on the shop floor. For instance, what if frontline workers could use AI to instantly convert exchange SOPs into interface without needing to learn how to code? What about purpose building product system? If every factory production line is different and every operation bring unique knowledge, then their MES needs to be compiled, made of confidence model building blocks. The MES help frontline team tackle their most urgent day-to-day needs while also setting up to the scale production and the reconfiguring their line quickly, safe, and without a 6 months implementing cycle. That is how business stay competitive in the world shaped by supply chain stock, shifting demand and change, not by using AI to replace people. Okay? Now, the new or no collar economy. This is crazy. Beyond technology, we need to start treating frontline experts as the backbone of modern economists, not a throwback. We are not going to get more people into factories until we stop treating those factories like second-class workplace. And we are not going to solve the skill gap until we stop pretending only jobs deserve the label smart. As we build the tools that make the real work visible, let's call it what it is: the new collar economy, or just drop collar altogether. So, in this, what do you think that factories and manufacturers replacing workers with AI is the best way to go, or to start treating their staff well and start giving them opportunity to, think and also make suggestions to them? What do you think? Drop it in the comment section.
Godrich Air Pocket? Wow!
With Power Gel technology, keeps the bathroom fresh for up to 30 days. Godrich Air Pocket. Bye-bye bad smell. Hello sweet fragrance.
Okay, you can see the way he is about to cook this fish. So, if you're a chef, come forward. Come and learn me. Okay? Forward. Kind of fish on it. Wait. N'ime ọtọ sị ka a na-esi ya. Hapa. That is nice. Eat or pass. To me, I will eat. Come with me as I cook for 14 people. In this time, I am cooking for 14. Okay? Come with me. I will show you everything I'm using to do this cooking. I'm to cook for 14 people. So, stay tuned. So today I'll be using chicken. I'll cook with this in here. I salted the water before, but I still want to add more salt. thumbs up. And our tiger masala. Okay. So because I'm using masala, I'm not putting anything called curry or thyme or any other thing. Okay. Now we mix. Okay. We have to mix it. Okay. As we are waiting for our meat to, mix with all the rich area, it's now time to cook our meat. So we have to allow our meat to do what? Cook. Let's check our meat. It's cooking well. Okay. See, cooking well. It's cooking well. Okay, as our meat is cooking, let's do the cutting of veggies. Okay, let's cut our veggie. Okay, as we're about to cut our veggies, but before that, let us check our chicken. Okay, let's see. Okay, now our chicken is done. Has cooked well, so it's done. Ta-da! Let's just focus and cut our veggies. Who can guess what I am cooking? So this one is ready. It's ready. Let's set it aside. Set aside. Now with some carrots. I'm not going to cut these carrots small. The reason is this is how I want it. Okay. I do not want it to be that kind. So it can come out for what I'm doing. So
This is the true taste of home.
and culture. Share for life. The problem with me and cutting carrots is that when I visit in your house, do not ask me to cut carrots for me. Because before I finish cutting it, half of it is already inside my body. So my day, see? We are not yet done cutting our carrots. Okay, we are done with cutting our carrots. set it aside. You can see how the carrot is. Oh, lovely. As we continue cutting our vegetables, so I think my fork then we are still cutting our veggies. Remember, like I said, I'm not cutting it small. You reach your turn, please do well by cutting it the way you do what you want. I don't want it small. That's why you see me cutting it quickly like this. Okay. I'm covering it. I'm not cooking it yet. I'm covering it. Okay. We're done with cutting. We are not done cutting all the whole veggies, but we're done with this for now. Okay, now I didn't show you guys how I mix this. This my rice. Okay, I'm using my chicken broth. So if you don't want to use your chicken broth, cook your rice, so cook it. But if you want to use your chicken broth, then do what? Use it. So let's cook it. So while cooking our rice, let's do what? Get something. Let's get something right here. Okay. Let's take cut it. Boom. You guys know why I'm putting this, right? Because of my meat. I want to use oven for the meat.
All set for the beach?
Oh, yeah.
Sunglasses?
Check.
Music?
Check.
Double trouble?
Check.
No, unchecked. Try new Veet hair removal cream. No bumps, no ingrown hairs, no prickly regrowth. Just softer, smoother skin that lasts up to 7 days. Confidence is the smoothest look.
Don't shave it, just beat it.
In a world filled with many wrecked robots, it's up to architect Bisola and builder Brian to rebuild the city.
We'll need some help. Let's get up and go! We'll start with the foundation. They bear the biggest load.
Wow, numbers are powerful.
We use them to measure and build.
You'll need more cowbell choco to complete your mission.
To get up and go, give them Cowbell Choco.
So that I want it. Who do justice? Justice. To it. Justice to it. So if you must take 1, 2, 3, take. Please get that marker. Boramia. I find girls that you want me fair. Now won't get. That will be fair. Nobody that me see Buna. I put no damn man. Now I'm fun. Now put no damn man. Now I'm fun. Fine girl. Business girl. Oh, yeah, fancy. Now your time you the rest. So I think I have to go twice. Yeah. Go twice. I have to go twice. Think I have to go twice. I have to go twice. Okay, another place to put. So, the remaining chicken will eat rice. That's sad too, because I wanted to do everything once. But let me go here. No, let me preheat my oven. Okay, is it okay, like let me preheat my oven. Now cheese man. My friend, Chukune Noah. The remaining parts is actually my favorite parts. Let me just put it here. Anything unknown, any result is some. Very known maybe. Oh yeah, kapam mo ito. Let's check how our rice is doing. Ooh, it's doing great. It's really doing fine. It's nice. Okay, time to put on a low heat. Time to fry our egg. That's one. all I give. No space for thy soul. Come, masquerade. I know come to play. I just dare my dear. Biggie masquerade and Bobby. I know my shirt. Cry on my fault. Are you dear my head? I know that you far not down mountain. Okay. Oh, wait, a little bit on this fine. Yeah. Now remember, I love pepper. That's why I'm using this amount of pepper. I love pepper. So if you love it, okay. Now let's go in with our egg. But what I actually want to get is nothing but this crumbled egg. Okay. I use a little bit. Okay. I've got it not bad. See, you can doing two things at the same time. Oh. Because I focused on the other one, but it's still nice. Okay, now let's put the sausage. Oh, sorry. Too hot. Now I'm doing this thing fast because of the veggies. And if I don't want it to be too soft, This one will enter my tummy.
Choose from thousands of realistic voices to use in your content. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
Okay. I remember our meat, we haven't forgotten it. Still there, moving on well. That's nice. It's time to be putting our rice once more. Our life sciences. I'm just putting a little. Put as much as you want, but because this is not for only for my mouth. So okay, this one is dark soy sauce. I'm putting a little as well. Feel free to put any amount you want, okay? Then give it a mix, a proper mix. Now our food is ready. Our food is ready. Time to cover and check our meat. Yeah. Done and dusted. Let's check our meat. Can you help me with the glove, please? I think our meat is doing pretty good. Like, doing well. Okay. Still wrong. You see? We are done with our cooking. Because I don't like oil too much, you can see the amount of oil I use frying my stuff. I don't like eating oil that much. So because of it, I'm being careful the amount of oil that enter. I might time. Think of have to, yeah, it's hot. But this is a must. It's a must. You must do it. see why I use the foil, the baking foil? Because I don't want it to stick on the pan. So I have to use it. I have to use it because of it. So it wouldn't stick on the. This thing is hot though, so if you're doing it, just be careful. Not because I'm doing it like this, some of you guys might think that it's not hot and you go and burn yourself. It's really, really hot. So be careful while doing yours. Especially men, no. We women, when it comes to kitchen like this, we don't really care if the thing is hot or not. For no man, how the thing they go. I think there's no more space. We need to go back. Need to make some space. Need to make some space. Okay. Yeah, getting it back to the oven. Yeah. I'm going in for the second time. The reason is because I want it to dry very well. The chicken is not that well dried. Count me out. So, I think I have to hide it more. Yeah. See, guys.
GoDaddy has the perfect hosting plan for any website. From low-cost shared hosting to your own virtual server. Every plan comes with a 99.9% uptime guarantee, along with a free domain name and award-winning support. No wonder we're the world's #1 web host. Unlock your online potential today with GoDaddy.
Cantabra presents The Secret Life of Servers. Cantabra, 12 global locations, one reliable choice.
They presented this man as the richest man in the US. Let's see what he's doing.
This is the richest man in the United States. His name is Big Rose. Yes, you heard that right.
Okay,
He is so
the
rich
richest man
that
in
he'll
the
transfer
US, as they present it, does nothing but eating. But hey, this is one of the misleading information ever I've seen on the internet. Like, this man right here, he is not the richest man in the US. So, now, my question is, who is the richest man in the US? As of today, let's see what the richest man in the US is doing. So, what he does is eating, and also, people following his account. So, the richest man in the US is Ellen. Yeah. So I think that people kind of present whosoever that make this content present the man as the richest man in the US. Best decision, best name to him, but just know that the information is what misleading, and I also I think this content is created with AI. Okay, so have it at back of your mind that this man, as they call him, and his name is not even on top, like he's not even up to top 5 richest in the US as of this February 2026, because there is Larry Page. That is after Ellen. We have Larry Page. That is the second one. So I don't actually understand why the contents, but just know that he is not really the richest man in the US. Thank you. You see this game here, if you know that you can play this game and win, like you are good at this game, if you can play this game and win, you will get 100,000 naira from me. So if you know that you can play this game, come forward. Yeah. Okay, then so there's something I want to say. So I will be hosting the game, and if we have a winner, the winner goes home with 100,000 naira. So if you want to be part of this game, just say hi in the comment section so that I will pick you, give you the venue. If you are available the day the game will host, that day you come and do the game. So this is number 1 game. This year we'll be playing games, and there will be a lot of winnings. Okay, so see you guys.
Migrating to Hostinger is the best decision I have ever made for my business.
Head to Hostinger.com and migrate your website today.
Improve your mental health from a licensed therapist. Number 1, have things to look forward to. Schedule something that's a week out, a month out, and 6 months out. Having events on the horizon can give you something to hold on to, even on the toughest days. Number 2, positive scavenger hunt. Reflect on the last 24 hours and look for the good things that have happened, especially the small ones we often overlook. These little moments, like a warm conversation, a few minutes of sunshine, or completing a small task, are the most impactful. Take a moment to ask yourself not only what went well, but why it was good. This practice helps train your brain not to overlook these positive moments in the future. Number 3, connect with high-quality people. Seek out people who uplift and understand you. This can be challenging, but try starting with shared interest. Love reading? Try a book club. Into fitness? Join a local sports group. These activities can naturally lead you toward a supportive and inclusive circle over time. Number 4, move your body. Any movement counts. The body's designed for activity, but when we feel down, it's easy to feel stuck. Movement, even in small amounts, signals to your brain that you're engaged with life. It doesn't need to be something too intense, just get moving. And number 5, practice deep breathing when calm.
Today, our mission is really to cut through some of the noise around mental health.
Right, it's something we know needs focus all year, not just on World Mental Health Day.
Exactly. And we're zeroing in on the, frankly, shocking scale of the crisis globally.
Yeah.
And also looking at how and maybe why consumer brands are stepping into a space where maybe public resources haven't kept up.
Yeah, and the scale is where we have to start, because it is staggering. Globally, we're talking over 1 billion people living with a mental health condition.
1 billion, that's hard to even grasp.
It is. And if you bring it closer, say, to the US, last year alone, over 60 million adults reported a mental illness. That's about 23%.
23%. So definitely not a niche issue.
Not at all.
No.
Pervasive.
And what's really interesting, I think, from the sources is this modern catalyst that seems to be, well, hammering the younger generation particularly.
You mean social media?
Yeah, exactly. The sort of curated perfection, the filtered beauty standards. The numbers are stark there too, right? Nearly half of teens, 48%, said social media negatively impacts their mental health.
It's a huge factor, and yet, despite this clear escalating need, the public investment just isn't matching it.
That's the core problem, isn't it?
It seems to be. We looked at data from 75 countries. On average, less than 4.3% of government health budgets go to mental health.
Less than 4.3%. That creates a huge gap.
A massive gap. And that vacuum, that's precisely where these consumer brands seem to be rushing in.
Which, raises that big question immediately. Is this genuine support, like real emergency relief?
Or is it just really high-profile marketing? Purpose washing.
Let's try and unpack that. Maybe start with scale. Take Maybelline New York.
Okay, yeah. They launched their Brave Together platform.
Right, and they put a big number on it. A pledge of $20 million to mental health NGOs by 2030.
NGOs, so non-governmental organizations. And they've already donated a good chunk of that.
They have $5 million already out the door, apparently helping about 1.5 million people. Plus, another $1.8 million pledge specifically to the WHO Foundation.
That's significant scale, and it kind of ties back to what you said about filters and social media pressure.
How so?
Well, their head of communications had this quote about how the real work starts on the inside.
Ah, right. Sort of flipping the script on that external perfection thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so beyond just big funding numbers, we're also seeing really targeted approaches, like NYX.
Yeah, their KT by NYX line. That's focused on puberty, menstruation, trying to reduce shame, boost confidence in young women specifically.
And they're backing it up with donations, too.
Right. Over $250,000 directed to places like the Black Women's Health Imperative.
Supporting Black birthing mothers' mental health needs, which is incredibly specific and needed.
That kind of community focus pops up elsewhere, too. Kiehl's, for example.
What do?
They put $150,000 into the Ali Forney Center.
Which helps LGBTQIA2 plus homeless youth, right?
Exactly. And the impact seems measurable there. Apparently 85% of the youth in that program got into counseling services.
So that's direct impact funding.
Definitely. But then you have brands taking a much more radical stance.
You have to be talking about LUSH.
Yeah, LUSH. They famously just pulled out.
From Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat back in 2021.
Right. And it wasn't just a stunt or a temporary detox. They said it was to actually research safer platforms, given the harm they saw.
That's a bold move.
Yeah.
They basically cut off huge marketing channels.
Totally. They chose the mission, the ethical stance, over that immediate digital reach. It's a really interesting deep dive into what corporate activism can even look like.
And sometimes the activism is baked right into the product itself.
Like Bon Bon Whims.
Yeah, with their jewelry charms. They use the Mental Health Coalition logo, that square peg in a round hole idea.
And donated proceeds.
50%, funding the coalition directly. So the accessory itself starts a conversation.
That advocacy through purchase thing seems common in beauty, too. Kimchichit Beauty.
They donate 2% of online sales to the Trevor Project.
Yep, for LGBTQ youth crisis intervention and suicide prevention. And they support the Seeker Foundation, too.
And Jordan Worthy, that self-care line.
Same idea. 1% of revenue goes to charities like the Loveland Foundation, helping Black women and girls get therapy access.
Okay, so stepping back, what does all this mean? It feels like the sources are showing a real shift.
It does seem that way. The mission of a product, makeup, underwear, jewelry, whatever, it's becoming tied directly to the actual measurable mental health support and funds.
These brands are almost acting like relief providers, because the public funding just isn't there at the scale needed.
Which brings us to a really important final thought, something for you, the listener, to consider. If the need is this critical and public investment is lagging so far behind, what does it mean for your own behavior as a consumer?
When your purchasing power is constantly being asked to fill these gaps in public resources.
Does it change how you view brands? Does loyalty shift from just product quality to measurable societal impact?
Something to definitely mull over. Thanks for joining.
You can see my current weight. So first thing I have to do is to take this warm water. Step 1. Okay, guys. Now, this is the first challenge. And this first day, I have my cucumber and watermelon. So this watermelon, I also add a bit of what? Onions. If you're good with onions, I added a bit of onions. Well, let's get there. We are gonna lose weight, friendship. For this, you can eat it, okay? So because we are on our weight journey, so I don't have to eat this. But if you wish to eat it is healthy because it's a fiber, so it's very nice to eat. But this one is not. Okay, now I have my milk. Okay, now this is some chickens. And enjoy it. Let me see if how my skin will look like and my weight loss journey. Okay, now the onions. I know that a lot of people will be like, why did I add this? I was feeling it late.
And beyond those scams, there's another danger, the explosion of fake investment platforms and Ponzi schemes. They pop up on WhatsApp and Telegram looking totally legit, promising impossible returns, 20% a month, 50% in 3 months. They pay out to a few early investors to build trust, and right when people have poured in their life savings, their kids' school fees, their rent money, poof, the platform vanishes. The website goes down, the admins disappear, and the money is gone forever. This is the brutal reality behind some of the flashy lifestyles. It's a house of cards built on the losses and pain of others. And it's not a sustainable path. It's a dead end. The solution, uncovering the real path, okay. So while that dark side gets all the attention, thousands of Nigerians are building real, lasting wealth the right way. Their stories are the ones that actually need to be told. They aren't taking shortcuts, they're building foundations. They are navigating the harsh economic climate with intelligence and integrity. So if you're tired of the lies and you're ready to hear about the real ways people are building wealth in Nigeria, let me know by typing Real Hustle in the comments and hit that like button. Let's get into it. This isn't about getting rich quick. It's about getting rich for real. Here are 4 legit, and sometimes still underestimated, avenues Nigerians are using to build wealth in 2025. Legitimate hustles that actually work. Number 1, the global freelancer. First up, the global freelancer. Forget waiting around for a local company to hire you. The internet has pretty much erased borders. Nigerians with in-demand digital skills are earning in dollars, pounds, and euros, all without leaving home. I'm talking about graphic designers, video editors, writers, developers, virtual assistants. You name it. Platforms like Upwork and Fiverr aren't just websites anymore. They're global marketplaces where your skill is the product. The real key here is escaping the volatile naira.
Earning in a stable foreign currency while living in Nigeria is a massive financial advantage. It insulates you from local inflation and all the currency drama. Now, it's not easy. You have to build a portfolio, learn how to market yourself, and deal with international clients. But it's a direct path to a solid income, built on a tangible skill you own. Niche e-commerce and social commerce. Number 2, niche e-commerce, especially on social media. When people hear e-commerce, they think you have to build the next Jumia. But the real opportunity for many right now is smaller, more focused, and way more personal. It's the person selling amazing, locally made skincare directly on Instagram. It's the entrepreneur sourcing unique fashion items and selling them through a curated WhatsApp catalog. The best part about this model is how easy it is to get started. You don't need a huge warehouse or a complicated website. You need a smartphone, a good eye for a product people want, and the skills to build a community around it online. You can focus on anything: organic foods, custom accessories, thrifted clothes, or even digital products like meal plans. The goal is to find your audience, build their trust, and sell directly to them. This is grassroots capitalism for the digital age, and it's working. Modern agribusiness. Number 3 is modern agribusiness. Now, when most people hear agriculture, they picture back-breaking work for very little money. We need to update that image. Modern agribusiness is genuinely one of the most powerful wealth creation tools in Nigeria today. With our population, the demand for food is constant and it's only going up. The real opportunity often isn't just in planting and harvesting, it's in the value chain. Think about processing. Instead of selling raw cassava, you process it into high quality, well-packaged gari for city markets. Or think about niche farming, like starting a snail or fish farm, or growing organic vegetables for health-conscious customers. There are even tech opportunities, creating solutions that help other farmers with logistics or getting their products to market. This sector is the backbone of our economy, and if you approach it with a smart business mindset, the potential is huge. Micro-investing for the masses. And number 4, micro-investing. The idea that you need millions of naira to invest in real estate or stocks is completely outdated. Tech has changed the game. With your smartphone, you can own a piece of assets that used to be just for the super rich. Apps now let you buy fractional shares of Nigerian and even US stocks. You don't need to buy a whole share of Apple. You can start with just 10,000 naira. Another amazing tool is the Real Estate Investment Trust, or REIT. These are companies that own properties that generate income, and you can buy shares in them right on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. It's like becoming a landlord without any of the headaches. The strategy here isn't about how much you start with, it's about being consistent. Investing small amounts regularly, whether it's 5,000 or 50,000 naira a month, and letting compound interest do its magic over time. This is how you build real assets, slowly but surely. The mindset of legitimate success. Do you see the common thread here? All of these legit paths aren't about a one-time score. They're about building something that has actual value. A skill, a brand, a farm, an investment portfolio. Real success here isn't loud and flashy, it's quiet and consistent. The mindset is completely different. A scammer's goal is to extract value from people. A real entrepreneur's goal is to create value for people. One is a parasite on the system, the other is a pillar holding it up. One path leads to a life of looking over your shoulder, the other leads to a life of building a legacy. So, you have a choice. On one side, there's the illusion of fast money, a dangerous world that almost always ends in ruin. On the other, you have the reality of smart, hard work, building skills, creating value, and investing patiently. This path is definitely slower. It's harder. It's not going to get you a G-Wagon by next month. But what it will get you is something far more valuable: sustainable wealth, peace of mind, and self-respect. It lets you build a life you can actually be proud of. I really want to build a community around this conversation. So in the comments, share your experience. Have you run into one of these scams? Are you working on a legit hustle that others could learn from? Go ahead and share your story, because your experience could be the exact warning or inspiration that someone else needs to see today. And if this video gave you some real value, please subscribe and turn on notifications. We're going to keep exploring real, practical, and honest ways to build wealth in Nigeria. Thanks for watching. Build smart and stay safe out there.
Happy holiday! Diamond this way. Let's go visit Diamond this way. Happy holiday. Let's go visit inside Diamond this way. We just walked past by so many times, but tonight we have to make it. Diamond this way. Outstanding. Let's go looking for find some diamonds tonight. With the store closed already. The store is closed already. I'm joking. But this year they do it.
Okay, guys, today we'll be talking about 10 business you can start, like you can start in 2026. Okay, you can still start it this year, but also you can still start it next year because this year is almost gone. So you can start it next year. I'm going to give you 10 business insights. Those business lack facilities, branding, or social media presence instead of generating consistency income by filling everyday necessity. So the real deal is here. Real money in Nigeria is being made place you never expected. Why everyone is busy chasing trend, hustling, and hyping up side gig. I want you to do this, okay? Some Nigerians are quietly cashing out from boiling business. Yeah, I call it boiling business that can make you millions. Those business, for the most part, has no loud branding, no social media biz, but instead rely on consistency revenue from everyday need. They provide that the road to wealth. And the road to wealth doesn't always need ring lights or followers. Have that at the back of your mind, okay? Now, if you're living around construction heavy area, this pure gold. Yeah, this is a pure gold. Construction workers, painters, and even electricians need ladder every single day. But really buy them. They don't buy, they rent. So renting out ladders can earn you as much as 25,000 naira daily. The key here is to build a relationship with site managers, okay? And even the welders, you have to build a relationship with them. The contractors, and so they can call you first whenever a project starts. So you can start giving them your ladder. Now imagine having 5 of them, 5 or 10 ladders out on rent every day. That's a quite income. Okay. Now number 2 is cleaning service. Cleaning service is an oil money. With this business, you can start small. Cleaning home from 10,000 to 15,000 per job. You can even earn more if you take on multiple houses in a week. Nigerians are getting busier and they are happy to pay for inconvenience. You know, over time, you can scale up to the building a team of cleaners in a securing both private and also corporate clients and earn a commission from each job. Yeah, you can start that. Many cleaning entrepreneurs also partner with real estate developers to handle their cleanings, okay? The construction cleanup. This hustle needs little to no capital to start. That is number 2. Then number 3 is waste management and recycling. You know, when it comes to this waste management and recycling, a lot of people are overlooking it, but it's annoying money. As cities like Lagos, Abuja, Anambra, Port Harcourt, and other cities expanded, waste is becoming both a major challenge and massive business opportunity. Several entrepreneurs are now making serious money from plastic recycling, organic composting, and also e-waste collection. This is how it works when it comes to this waste management. This is how it works. Waste is collected, sort into categories like paper, plastic, metal, fabrics, or organic, and even processed for reused. Recyclable material are turned into new products, while the rest is composed or taken off landfill. It's become manure. You can start small, buying, gathering PET bottles. You can start gathering papers or any of them. And some Nigeria startup has even scaled enough to export recycle plastic abroad. Number 4 is laundry and dry cleaning. Okay, Nigeria 9 to 5 lifestyle leaves little time for chores, and laundry services are catching in. You don't even need a shop to start. Just pick up the clothes, wash them at home, and deliver on the mainland. The average rate goes to 1,000 per shirt. Lagos people, is this true? And the 2,000 per kaftan, 3,000 for suits, and 1,500 naira for jean. Per jean. But with few steady clients and delivering, you can easily grow into thousands of hundreds of thousands weekly. You can even do it. Now, another one is feed meal plan. A lot of people are lazy to cook. So, this is one of the easiest way to tap into daily cash flow. Busy professionals and site workers eat out daily. Prepare home-style Nigerian meal like jollof rice, one beans, yam, and deliver to office or construction sites. Use WhatsApp group to take daily order and correct payments. Okay, many small vendors now make 100 to 300,000 weekly from this. Now, another thing is movements, meaning transportation service. That is number 6, transportation service. Movement is compulsory, whether it is people, goods, or delivering. If you cannot drive, buy a keke, Uber car, or driven bike, weekly return without doing the job yourself. We know delivering logistics in particular have exposed with e-commerce growth. Even small business now need backlighters for same-day delivering. Yes, even me, I normally use it. Okay, a single delivering bike on hire purchase can bring up to 40,000 naira weekly. Now, another one is agro business. Okay, production and processing. Agriculture can never go out of style in Nigeria. It can never. You see, farming, it can never go out. Anything agriculture, just keep it in your mind. But the real profits are now in processing. How are you to process it? Not just farming. Okay, turning cassava into garri or flour, fish into smoke filter, or poultry into frozen package meat. Fresh beta margarine. Demand for food is constant. Okay, and valued added as well. Products move faster, especially when it comes to especially when it comes to clothing products. Okay, it's moving market. Those who pack and brand are now supplying to big supermarket and restaurants nationwide. Now another one is housing, rental, and student hostels. This is another place you can make your what, you can make your money and everything. Real estate remain a quite millionaire maker. Nigeria are converting houses into short rent and student hostel and earning multiplus times the rental regular rent. A single short rent apartment in Lagos can bring you 30 to 500,000 week. If you have the capacity, you can build standard student hostel near campuses. There, even those hostels fill up faster and bring steady yearly cash. Okay, even even on homeowners, even they are not converting their home into short length apartment or even hostels. Okay, now another one, number 9, is rental. You see this rental distribution of essentials product like soap, detergent, pad, and tissue paper never stop selling. However, becoming a major distributor of those goods require capital, but it is extremely lucrative. Distributors earn a lot. They earn through the promo gifts and bulk discounts. They buy in large quantity, sell across African markets, and even export to countries like Togo, Ghana, Cameroon, Liberia, and even Ibadan. Quite to buy. It is a huge supply chain with steady profits and zero hype. So now, number 10, the last in this list, number 10, which is the truck. Oh, if you know truck rentals. Every event, relocation, construction projects need a truck. Truck rentals are always in demand for transporting goods. Even planner, carriers, caterers, and even logistics companies rent truck regularly. So you can own one or lease it. You know what to do with it. Any weekly income without lifting a finger. Okay, you can earn a monthly income from there without even doing what, lifting your finger to do anything. You can earn up to 50 to 150 per job, depending on the distance and load. Okay, those business may look boring. You see all this business, they might look boring, but in Nigeria, unpredictable economy, they offer something flashy, like with stability, they meet everyday need, have repeat customer, and also they just find the niche and quietly build your wealth without fanfare. Okay, now you have to choose in these 10 business now, which of them do you think you can go into quietly? Hi guys, today I will be talking about how to deal with your aunties and your uncles when they ask you, when are you getting married? This is actually the method I personally use. So if you are yet to marry and they're disturbing you on when are you getting married, this is what you have to do. And when doing it, you have to apply wisdom. Okay, like this thing is common, and December is around the corner. You will attend that your family gathering, and so such question might pop up. So here it is. If you ever attend any family gathering, you will likely encounter the unstoppable force. Yes, those known as aunties. Okay, to me, I will address them like African aunties. To usually a woman of wisdom.
how 2025 is shaping our future like never before. You think you know what the future looks like? For years, we were sold stories about what was just around the corner. Robot butlers, space vacations, flying cars. Well, get this, the first flying car was actually certified to fly this year, so the sci-fi dreams are officially starting to arrive. But the real story of 2025 isn't just one flashy invention. It's the moment the future stopped being a distant promise and became our strange, complicated, and immediate reality. We're about to pull back the curtain on the breakthroughs in AI you didn't see coming, the jarring shifts in global power, and the quiet cultural changes that are building the world of tomorrow, right now. These aren't just trends, they're deep currents pulling our society in a new direction. And what you're about to see will change how you think about your future, permanently. The AI revolution you didn't see coming. We've all seen the headlines about AI. But the real revolution of 2025 isn't some loud, world-changing announcement. It's happening quietly, in the background, weaving itself into our lives in ways that are way more profound than we ever imagined. This isn't about killer robots. It's about the silent partnership forming between human and machine intelligence. First, let's talk about work. The conversation isn't just about automation in giant factories anymore. In 2025, the spotlight is on cobots or collaborative robots. These aren't huge, caged-off machines. They're smart, adaptable robots designed to work safely right next to people, even in small businesses. Thanks to huge leaps in AI, these cobots can read data, make decisions on the fly, and learn from their surroundings. They're popping up everywhere from manufacturing to healthcare, handling the repetitive or dangerous stuff so human workers can focus on what we do best, solving complex problems and thinking up big ideas. This isn't about replacement, it's about teamwork on a whole new level. But this revolution isn't just happening at the office. It's getting personal. The big story from this year's Consumer Electronics Show wasn't just about faster phones, it was about empathetic tech. We're seeing the rise of AI companions and emotionally responsive gadgets. Imagine an AI that doesn't just run your smart home but actually understands your moods, anticipates your needs, and offers support. From AI friends that can hold a real conversation to health monitors that give personalized wellness tips, our tech is being built to be more intuitive and emotionally aware. This is the new frontier, technology that feels less like a tool and more like a partner. Driving all of this is a massive change in the industrial world. Fusing AI with automation is creating systems that actually improve themselves. Factories can now predict when a machine will break down, shipping networks can reroute themselves instantly, and supply chains are becoming stronger against disruptions in a way that was pure fiction just a few years ago. This AI-powered productivity is the new engine of the global economy, setting a new standard for how fast and flexible a business can be. The implication here is huge. The line between the digital and physical worlds, between human thought and machine logic, is getting blurrier by the day. This isn't some far-off concept. It's the new reality of 2025, and it's forcing us all to rethink our relationship with technology. The fractured globe, a new world order. While we've all been watching the tech breakthroughs, the foundation of our global system has been cracking. The world of 2025 feels defined by friction and uncertainty, and these shifts are impacting everything from your grocery bill to your job security. The first shock to the system is the great global slowdown. The world economy is hitting the brakes. Forecasts from groups like the IMF and the World Bank suggest global growth will be sluggish, hovering around 3%. What's causing this? A big spike in trade barriers and political tension. The age of easy globalization that we lived through for decades is over. We're now in an era of economic protectionism, where trade disputes and tariffs are the new normal. This doesn't just worry economists, it makes businesses nervous, puts a chill on investment, and creates a real risk of recession if things get worse. This has triggered another major change, a power shift in who's steering the economy. For years, it was all about central banks and interest rates. Now, government spending and trade policies are in the driver's seat. Major countries are spending more to keep their economies afloat, but that's leading to a lot more national debt. At the same time, unpredictable trade rules have become a primary source of chaos in the financial markets. These decisions, made in the halls of power, send ripples that affect economies all over the world. Faced with all this, a new focus is coming into view: people. With aging populations in many developed countries and a growing skills gap, leaders are realizing they need new ways to create growth. This means encouraging older workers and women to stay in the workforce, integrating migrants more effectively, and, most importantly, investing in huge reskilling programs to get everyone ready for a more automated world. This isn't just a social project, it's now seen as an economic must-have to survive the disruptions of 2025. What this all means for you is that the world is simply less predictable. The political rivalries you see on the news are directly connected to the economic pressures we all feel at home. We're living in a fractured, more volatile world where stability is no longer guaranteed. The cultural tipping point, our daily lives, remixed. So, how do these giant shifts in tech and politics actually change how we live and connect with each other? In 2025, the future isn't just happening to us. It's getting personal and remixing the very fabric of our culture. The workplace is where we feel it first. The rise of AI and cobots is changing jobs far beyond the factory. Repetitive tasks in fields like data analysis and even coding are increasingly being automated. This frees up human workers to focus on creativity, strategy, and big picture thinking. The question is no longer, will an AI take my job? But how will I adapt to work with an AI? A World Economic Forum report recently estimated that the core skills of 44% of workers will need to change in the coming years. Demand is exploding for people who can manage AI, understand data, and think critically. Lifelong learning isn't just a buzzword anymore, it's the new minimum for a stable career. Beyond our jobs, our social lives are being remixed. We're spending more time with AI, whether it's through personalized entertainment, adaptive video games, or AI companions designed for emotional support. This is sparking a huge cultural debate. On one hand, tech is giving us new ways to connect and create. On the other, there's a growing worry about becoming a society of individuals, where relying on technology might weaken our real-world friendships. The conversation has even reached the point where people are seriously asking if AI companions could one day substitute for human partners, showing just how deep these cultural shifts go. At the same time, all this upheaval is happening at a make-or-break moment for our planet. Progress on climate change is being threatened by a lack of international cooperation and shifting political priorities. The same global fragmentation that's slowing down our economy could also wreck our collective ability to build a sustainable future. This creates a powerful tension. Our push for innovation and growth is colliding head-on with the urgent need for global teamwork on climate. The biggest story of 2025 is how all these forces are crashing into each other. An AI breakthrough in one country, plus a new trade policy in another, can change your career path. The hyper-personalization of AI is running up against our collective craving for more authentic, human connection. We are living in a world that is, somehow, both more technologically connected and more politically divided than ever before. So, what does this all mean? 2025 isn't just another year. It's the year the future showed up. It just wasn't the one we ordered from the catalogue. We're watching three huge transformations happen all at once. There's the quiet but powerful AI revolution, which is merging intelligent machines into our work and our lives. There's the fractured global order, which is replacing easy globalization with volatility and risk. And finally, our daily culture is being remixed, caught between incredible technological convenience and a deep, human need for real connection. The story of 2025 isn't about doom or utopia. It's a story of complexity, disruption, and incredible opportunity. The future isn't some distant place we're heading. It's a reality we are building right now with every choice we make. The most important question is no longer what the future will look like, but what role you will choose to play in it. If this look at 2025 got you thinking, imagine what else is coming. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video breaking down the forces that shape our world. And drop a comment below. Which of these changes do you think will impact you the most? Thanks for watching. Discover the top 3 emerging teen entrepreneurs shaking up the scene. What if I told you that some of today's most groundbreaking entrepreneurs haven't even finished college? We're about to introduce you to 3 young founders who are completely rewriting the rules of business. Their stories, from building a jaw-dropping AI startup to changing the world with social impact ventures, will redefine what you think is possible. These aren't just kids with clever ideas. They are founders building empires, disrupting global industries, and tackling some of the world's biggest problems before they're even old enough to rent a car. We're in an era where ambition, technology, and a desire to make a difference are forging a new class of entrepreneur, one that's younger, bolder, and more connected than ever. Today, we're exploring the stories of 3 of the most exceptional young founders on the planet. We'll look at how they got started, the strategies that sparked their incredible growth, and the lessons anyone can learn from their journeys. Get ready to be inspired. This is the new face of entrepreneurship. The AI unicorn builders who dropped out of college. Our first story takes us right into the heart of the tech world, with a company that has grown so fast it's almost hard to believe. Meet Odash Hemant, Brendan Fudi, and Suya Mida, the 3 21-year-old co-founders of Mercor. While most people their age are studying for exams, this trio is running a San Francisco-based AI startup that has achieved staggering success. Their journey didn't start in a boardroom, it began in a high school debate club. The chemistry between the 3 friends laid the groundwork for a partnership that would soon grab the attention of tech's biggest names. They all went to college, but quickly realized their ambitions couldn't be contained in a lecture hall. They saw a massive, unsolved problem in hiring. It was slow, inefficient, and often biased. This is where their story takes a turn that might make most parents nervous. They decided to drop out of college. But they weren't leaving their education on a whim. They were accepted into the prestigious Thiel Fellowship, a program created by billionaire investor Peter Thiel that gives young entrepreneurs $100,000 to stop studying and start building. With that grant and a powerful idea, Mercor was born in 2023. So, what does it do? Mercor is an AI-powered recruiting platform designed to make hiring faster, smarter, and more objective. Instead of human recruiters sifting through resumes for hours, a company just inputs a job description and Mercor's AI gets to work. It doesn't just match keywords. Its advanced models analyze a candidate's skills and potential to find the perfect fit. It can even conduct initial interviews with AI avatars to screen candidates, removing the vibe check that often plagues traditional hiring. The result? In early 2025, the company raised a massive $100 million in funding, pushing its valuation to an incredible $2 billion. Major AI labs and tech companies are now reportedly using Mercor to find the elite talent they need to stay competitive. The company is not only growing at an explosive rate but is also profitable, a rarity in the startup world. The story of Mercor is a powerful example of intense focus and the courage to take an unconventional path. The founders saw a broken system and used cutting-edge AI to fix it, proving that you don't need a degree to build something revolutionary. The social impact innovator healing her generation from the high-stakes world of Silicon Valley, we turn to an entrepreneur driven by a powerful mission, solving one of the most urgent crises facing her generation. At just 16 years old, Ella Martinez created ChatBuddy, a digital mental health chatbot designed specifically for teenagers. Ella's story didn't start with a business plan. It began as a personal coding project in her bedroom. As a talented young programmer, she noticed a major gap in the mental health resources available to her and her friends. Professional therapy was often expensive, hard to access, and carried a stigma that stopped many teens from seeking help. Seeing her peers struggle, she decided to use her skills to build a solution. ChatBuddy was born from this deep empathy. It's an AI-powered chatbot that provides a safe, anonymous, and accessible space for teens to talk about what's on their minds. It offers support, guidance, and resources 24/7, right from their phones. It's not meant to replace professional therapists, but to act as a crucial first line of support, a friend you can talk to anytime, without judgment. What happened next was remarkable. Within just 6 months of launching, ChatBuddy had over 10,000 users, spreading rapidly through word of mouth. Its success wasn't just measured in downloads, but in the real-world impact it was having. Soon, schools and entire school districts started taking notice, leading to official partnerships to offer ChatBuddy as a resource for their students. Ella's venture is a perfect example of a rising trend among young entrepreneurs: social impact. She isn't just building a tech company, she's tackling a major social issue head-on. She identified a problem she was uniquely positioned to understand and created a tech-driven solution that was both innovative and deeply human. Her success shows that a powerful mission can be just as strong as a profit motive. By focusing on a genuine need in her community, Ella built a product that truly resonated with its users, leading to organic growth and widespread recognition. Her work is a powerful reminder that you can build a successful venture while also making the world a better place. Ella Martinez isn't just an entrepreneur, she's a problem solver for her generation. The viral brand magnate who retired above our final story is a masterclass in branding, viral marketing, and knowing when to pivot. Meet Pixie Curtis, the Australian entrepreneur who became a multi-millionaire before she was even a teenager. Her journey is a wild ride that showcases the incredible power of digital platforms and a strong personal brand. Pixie first became famous globally at the age of 12. With her mother's help, she launched a toy and accessories brand called Pixie's Fidgets. Cashing in on the huge fidget spinner trend, her company was an instant hit. Her products sold out almost immediately, and the business was reportedly making 6 figures in revenue every single month. It was the perfect combination of a viral product, smart marketing, and a charismatic young founder. At an age when most kids are focused on homework, Pixie was running a multi-million-dollar empire. But this is where her story gets even more interesting. After the massive success of her toy company, Pixie did something no one expected. She announced her retirement at 12 to focus on her education. She threw a huge party to celebrate her success and step back from the business world. However, this wasn't the end of her entrepreneurial journey, it was just the start of a new chapter. Her family moved to Singapore, and Pixie began to evolve her brand. Instead of tying her identity to one product line, she pivoted to become a lifestyle influencer and brand collaborator. She uses her massive social media following and strong personal brand to partner with fashion, tech, and lifestyle companies, growing her influence across the valuable Asian market. Pixie's story is a powerful lesson in being adaptable. She understood that trends, like fidget spinners, don't last forever. But a strong personal brand can. By building a name for herself that was bigger than any single company, she created a platform for long-term success. She shows how Gen Z entrepreneurs naturally get the creator economy. They don't just build businesses, they build audiences. They use digital platforms not just for marketing, but as the very foundation of their ventures. Pixie Curtis proved you can achieve amazing success at a young age, but the key to staying relevant is knowing when and how to change. The ambition of Mercor's founders, the mission of Ella Martinez, and the brand genius of Pixie Curtis are redefining what it means to be an entrepreneur. If you find these stories as inspiring as we do, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update on the next generation of innovators. And let us know in the comments which of these stories resonated with you the most. So what can we take away from these 3 incredible stories? They're more than just tales of youthful success. They're a glimpse into the future of business. There's a clear trend of tech-driven disruption, whether it's Merkel's AI-changing recruitment or ChatBuddy's accessible approach to mental health. We also see a powerful focus on social impact. Entrepreneurs like Ella Martinez, or others like Benjamin Stern who developed dissolvable personal care pots to fight plastic waste, are proving that modern businesses can be both profitable and purposeful. And finally, we see the undeniable power of personal branding, where founders like Pixie Curtis can build global brands right from their social media accounts. These young founders aren't waiting for permission to innovate. They are fearless, resourceful, and deeply connected to the problems they choose to solve. They are living proof that age is no barrier to ambition, and that a great idea, combined with relentless execution, can truly change the world. Thanks for joining us for this look into the minds of the top young entrepreneurs shaking up the scene. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories about the innovators who are building tomorrow. We'll see you in the next one.
Key to unlocking freedom. How to market your business, how to PR yourself and your business, how to get an investor. I'll go through many different ways around that subject to get an investor. How to get sponsors, often an untapped secret source to making a business grow without needing an investor. So we'll get into that. How to build a company brand, because I honestly think value comes from building a brand, not a business. And we'll go into what a brand is and how to build one. How to build personal brand, which in this day and age, without doubt, is vital. You can't really build a company today without having a personal brand. And I'll get into personal brand on a public stage, personal brand within your industry. How to hire, how to grow, how to build, how to go global, which is easier than it sounds, and probably very important to you, not stuck in one market.
Before we jump into this episode, I'd like to invite you to join this community to hear more interviews that will help you become happier, healthier, and more healed. All I want you to do is click on the subscribe button. I love your support. It's incredible to see all your comments, and we're just getting started. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me.
The best-selling author and host, the #1 healthy wellness podcast.
On Purpose with Jay Shetty. Hey everyone, welcome back to On Purpose, the #1 health podcast in the world. Thanks to each and every one of you that come back every week to become happier, healthier, and more healed. You know that my goal is to introduce you to incredible thinkers, thought leaders, people who are making an impact and a difference in the world, rule breakers, people who are changing.
Can we crack the code and use it to our own advantage? Let's find out. Now, I want you to take everything in this video seriously, because today I will be teaching you how to, crack the code, how to crack YouTube algorithm code, so you can be able to, your videos, your content will be pushed to the millions of viewers out there. So stay tuned. Now, but before that, there is some problem and challenges we need to understand. One thing first is understanding YouTube algorithm is one of the biggest.
The alphabet in German. Listen carefully to how each letter is said.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, KNNNOP QRSTUV XYZ.
Listen to the alphabet one more time.
A, B,
Let's start with a thought-provoking fact. In the United States, individuals in households living at or below the federal poverty level experience violent crime at more than double the rate of people in high-income households. For some, that's just a number. But for millions of Americans, it's a daily reality. Have you ever wondered how poverty might be shaping the world right outside your own front door? The connection between them is far more complex and deeply rooted than most of us imagine. It's not a story about bad people making bad choices, but one of systemic pressures and limited options. When the road to a stable life is full of barriers, the detours can lead to desperate places. Today, we're going to untangle the complicated relationship between economic hardship and crime. We'll explore the root causes that push people toward illegal activity and uncover the community-based solutions that can finally break the cycle. The problem, more than a coincidence. For decades, criminologists and sociologists have studied the link between poverty and crime, and the consensus is clear. Poverty significantly increases the risk of criminal behavior. It's not a simple one-to-one equation, but it is a powerful correlation we can't afford to ignore. On average, neighborhoods with high poverty rates have crime rates that are roughly 2.5 times higher than in wealthier areas. To understand why, we first have to look at it from the perspective of basic survival. Criminologists have a concept called rational choice theory. It suggests that when legal options for meeting basic needs, like food, shelter, and healthcare, are scarce or non-existent, illegal activity can start to look like a rational, though dangerous, alternative. This isn't an excuse, it's an explanation of the immense economic pressure that many people face. When you're struggling every single day, the long-term consequences of a crime might seem abstract compared to the immediate, crushing reality of not being able to feed your family. That kind of economic desperation is a powerful motivator. But the problem goes deeper than individual choices made in moments of distress. It's woven into the very fabric of impoverished communities. These high crime rates aren't because the people living there are inherently different. It's because the environment itself has been shaped by decades of neglect and systemic disadvantage. Understanding this is the first step. The next is to ask, what are the underlying forces creating these conditions in the first place? The root causes, a system of disadvantage. To truly grasp the connection, we have to peel back the layers and look at the root causes. This isn't about a single factor, but a cascade of interconnected issues that create a pipeline from poverty to crime. The first major driver is the lack of educational and employment opportunities. A quality education is one of the most reliable bridges to a stable, well-paying job. But in many low-income areas, schools are underfunded and overcrowded, lacking the resources to prepare students for the future. Without a high school diploma or a degree, job prospects shrink dramatically. This creates a self-perpetuating cycle. A lack of education leads to unemployment or underemployment, which deepens poverty and makes the lure of illegal income streams that much stronger. In fact, some estimates suggest that over 2/3 of the incarcerated population in the US comes from socioeconomically disadvantaged backgrounds. Before they were incarcerated, their median annual income was just over $19,000, 41% less than their non-incarcerated peers. Second, there's the concept of social disorganization. When a community is starved of resources, the social bonds that hold it together start to fray. Parks fall into disrepair, community centers close, and trust between neighbors and law enforcement erodes. This breakdown means there are fewer positive outlets for young people, fewer trusted adults to intervene, and fewer collective eyes on the street to deter crime. In these environments, crime can flourish not because people welcome it, but because the community lacks the resources to prevent it. Finally, and perhaps most critically, we have to talk about the role of the criminal justice system itself. In many ways, our system is designed to punish poverty. Take cash bail, for example. If two people are accused of the same crime, one with money can buy their freedom and return to their job and family while they await trial. The other, who can't afford bail, stays in jail, often for months. They are legally presumed innocent, yet they can lose their job, their housing, and even custody of their children. At mid-year 2023, 70% of people in local jails were being held pre-trial, meaning they hadn't been convicted of anything. This system doesn't make communities safer. It destabilizes lives and makes it exponentially harder for someone to escape poverty. The ripple effect, how entire communities suffer. The link between poverty and crime doesn't just impact individuals. It sends shockwaves through entire communities, with effects that can last for generations. When crime rates rise, it can trigger a devastating cycle of community destabilization. Businesses hesitate to invest, leading to fewer local jobs. Property values fall, making it harder for homeowners to build wealth. Families who can afford to leave often do, taking their resources with them. This creates a vacuum, further concentrating poverty and making it even harder for the community to recover. The impact on children is especially profound. Growing up in an environment with high levels of violence and poverty is a source of constant trauma. The stress and fear can have long-lasting psychological effects, impacting everything from brain development to school performance. Studies show that children who experience persistent poverty are more likely to engage in delinquent behavior. They aren't just witnessing a cycle, they are being primed to become the next generation to inherit it. On top of all this, heavy weight of stigma. People living in high poverty, high crime neighborhoods are often